welcome to another episode of Charismatic Misery. Tonight we're playing the module Curse Strahd, but it's been changed, transformed, and we're playing in the system and the setting of Frostmark RPG, everything created by moi. There's a content warning for tonight of bad language, gothic, horror, heavy topics, and perhaps some gore, we shall see. But with me, I have a wonderful cast of players. I have Lady Lyria, our half of a Magus, played by Jules, who sadly can't make it for the first half of this episode and might join us later, fingers crossed. But then we have Hamatia, our changeling warlock, played by Cookie. Hello.
Hello. Hamatia is a literary term that has two definitions. A fatal mistake, or a fatal flaw. Hamatia is something that causes a character's downfall. What I did now is called foreshadowing.
Okay.
I was not ready for that.
I hope you don't speak these things into existence, Cookie, but we shall see. Nix of the Vistani, our tiefling bard, played by Adriano. Welcome back.
I can't follow him, Marty. I'm sorry.
Nix means no.
Nix is just no today. All sorts of no.
Jivka, certainly not least, our undead paladin, played by Weebu. Hello, welcome.
My name is just a name.
All right, gang. What happened last time?
Sorry, I actually closed Roll20. Give me a second.
Oh gosh.
I tried to fucking move around the tab, but middle mouse clicked it.
Also, hey Mo, I saw what you did there, and I do enjoy it.
All right, I've got it up. Sorry. Okay,
Nice.
Last session about 3 something weeks ago, because we've got a problem child as a character and a person apparently.
Yeah.
Great.
The asteroid, nice.
Gotta be
Owning it.
truthful, you don't know. We were at the start we were pleasantly surprised by Luvas's disposition and our meeting, being such a friendly and charming individual, if not quite belittling to our nice little tiefling friend. Finishing our dinner at his campfire while musing about our bigger problem, which is his, I forget, are they brothers?
Yeah,
they
older
are.
brother, actually.
Yes, his older brother, that is fucking Aragal, prick. We should most likely criticize his leadership by all of his past actions in a good little smear campaign, which, you know, always is quite a good thing in politics, especially with a little theatre play that we're putting on, using the Vistani's pendant for gossip to our advantage. They just love to gossip, little gossip girls, I guess, and guys.
For sure. Who's they? Question mark.
Yeah.
Aragal?
We get a few ideas of how to win votes and besmirch our opponents afloated. And among them are ideas of various individual campaign efforts. Nevertheless, Nix asks for all of our aid, acknowledging that he cannot win on his own. This is no lone wolf thing. On our way to our various tasks, though, we are managed to see even more of Aragal's campaign strategy of just bribing the shit out of people who listen to him because he is given money by his vampire sugar daddy up in the castle. He claims to show it as both his and the prince's appreciation of their support. Despite the bad taste that this manages to leave in our mouths, Nix is inspired to show off his own strengths by starting a little healer's tent in the morning, which is nowish. And we'll split off to go on our little individual adventures. Some a lot more eventful than others, holy shit. First of all, we have our half-elven magus, Illyria, who goes off to first partying with her crowd, rowdy young folk, the kind of people she's in and around the most. Drinking, drugged up, anti-established teenagers, which somehow she managed to dodge getting roofied, which was a surprising but very thankful thing. Which she then inspires them to stick it to the man. And this instant being Strahd, the dickhead he is, little man-child. She doesn't sadly manage to find another group of similar characteristics, and the various starstruck tieflings she comes across are all drugged out of their fucking minds to be able to pay attention to politics this time, just like a night out in Edinburgh.
Speaking from experience.
Yeah. Next time around, she strikes gold by finding another group of people she feels at home with. Fencing practice. Oh, yay. But when it comes down to the politics, they're more inclined to vote for Louvash, which Valyria believes is not a total loss, and I think we can all agree because he's better evil. Yeah.
Yeah.
On to our little changeling, little girl. Hamatia, who goes on a Mission Impossible quest. Dun, 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 dun.
Don't do more than 5 seconds.
Which, while invisible, she manages to track the wheelbarrows filled with now mostly empty crates of bribes and wine, which are good as hell bribes for these guys, being ferried away by Aragel's people, who all seemed experienced in the art of combat. Sneaking into the forest after them, she manages to see about 25 or so goons, pile of barrels and crates in the meadow. Goons! They're little goons. They're grubby little guys. One of which is filled with goodies and the other pile is empty. Trying to sneakily investigate further, she stumbles into the darkness, but luckily, Soul is there to distract. She confirms that the goods come
Nice.
straight out of Castle Ravenloft. I love that voice. That's the one that I used for the fucking kobold ages ago. Murder! Martia tries to impart a conspiracy theory of the Red Fang coming for the Vistani's position of favor, but it doesn't take hold, as most of them believe werewolves are just a little dumb and a little strong.
Mhm.
Lastly, Hamatia spends the rest of her evening promising a blast of a theatre performance tomorrow evening, and that any Vistana would be surely sad to miss. Then we have our golden boy himself, Nyx, who goes to share the good news with Sophia, who eagerly goes to create some more poetic pamphlets. With Nyx's declaration of throwing his hat into the ring. Next, he goes to talk to Flor. Flor.
Yeah.
Baguette, oui, oui. About his intentions, and after a little bit of back and forth and a little bit of flirting, where she's frustrated with him not staying around for the dinner she was making for the party and going to court to that fanatic Louvash, she apologizes for Nyx's treatment after Eva's death. Nyx begins arguing his case, bringing up his past deeds and how he made a reading with Eva's Taraka and made himself tired as fuck. Fleur reluctantly agrees in light of everything that has happened and Eva's wishes, but asks Nyx to show proof of a significant number of supporters, so she doesn't invite him up on the stage with no support at all. Though that would be funny as fuck.
Crickets.
Yeah. Anyone got that? No. Next, Nyx goes to investigate the Elders' territory. Dun, dun, dun. He comes upon a large tent with several loitering Vistani outside talking politics and guarding the entrance of the tent. A group of disgruntled old people gather around a patient campfire, protesting that they're not part of the council inside of the tent. Bring back, make America great. We tell a season opening and begins discussing monetary issues that seem to be on the forefront of their minds through some clever arguments of a brighter financial state. This is sounding more and more familiar. Underneath Nick's leadership, he doesn't.
We're gonna build a wall.
We're gonna raise tariffs. You guys aren't gonna have to pay for them. It doesn't only get the support of several of these caravan leaders, but also many of the members of those caravans through their influence. Falling back on what he is truly gifted at, being a whore, Nyx works a last crowd with the master of his storytelling, balancing them deftly in the palm of his hand. He opens many an ear and heart to what he has to say during the debate, gathering a healthy amount of curiosity and respect. That's a first for him.
Jesus, why are there so many shots fired?
Because he's around his family. They don't respect him.
Jesus. Alright, okay.
Yeah. Jivkos becomes Minotaur to you and goes history professor.
Minotaur.
Oh shit, I can't read. And goes history professor in a heavily. Listen, I had an exam today.
Yeah, it's fun.
In a heavily trafficked thoroughfare. He challenges their perspectives of the past by sharing his story and his lived experience, proving his point by showcasing his revenant condition.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, my fault. I can't write.
Reverend. I don't think that word works for that. A seed of doubt is successfully sowed, and then he spends the rest of his evening taking a break, as he fails, by walking among the Vistani and enjoying their art and zest for life. And for a moment, he is whisked away to a simpler time and a lighter heart.
Hmm.
After a tiresome but fruitful night, Team Trauma gathers a respectful amount of promised votes for Monsieur Nix. Hon hon baguette baguette.
Jesus Christ. You're like, damn, there's so many shots fired when you
Yeah.
retell these things. Oh my
I have
God.
to. It's my chance to be do that. Just not
40.
gonna do it.
Like a rose.
Yeah.
Thank you, nonetheless. Okay, let's set the scene and get back into it, shall we?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Perfect. Gotta build up that ambience. Ambiance.
Ambiance.
Let's go back here, actually. So, spent and weary from several days on the road and your various activities yesterday, you headed to bed relatively early in a borrowed Vistana tent by the campfire that has become quite familiar to you by now. The ruckus of the Vistani partying well into the night kept some of you awake longer than you wanted, and your sleeps definitely turned fitful. All but for Nyx. For him, the sound enveloped him like a warm blanket of contentment, and he slept long and well. Fortunately, due to the Vistani's cultural rhythm, it was more than easy to sleep in a handful of hours into the late morning and to catch up on your rest. In fact, there would be none to campaign to or conspire about until at least an hour or two before lunch, when the Vistani joined the rest of the awakened world. The rain softened to a drizzle during the night, but it still holds strong, and thus you seek refuge once more underneath the cloth-protected campfire of Eva's original circle. As you partake in a light breakfast that Fleur kindly helped you with, whilst grumbling about it being the leftovers of the dinner she prepared for you yesterday. You perform your normal morning ablutions, shake the sleepiness from your bodies, and fill your stomachs with much-needed fuel for today's challenges. Challenges that certainly carry a hefty amount of consequences. Beyond the morality of the outcome of this election, whoever would come to hold sway over the Vistani will impact your ultimate quest, to free Barovia, its inhabitants, and yourself from this curse. So, the game is on today. A crucial time frame of gathering votes for Nyx, and more importantly, keeping power away from Aragal, right? The only snag so far is that Nyx is not totally himself yet. The weight of the card still clouds his mind, slows his tongue, and sends shakes down his limbs. Nonetheless, time awaits for no humanoid, so Team Trauma, what would you like to do?
This morning is our chance to establish the healer's tent and spread the word of so-called establishment.
Mm-hmm.
We also have further snooping to do on Aragal's, activities.
Mm-hmm.
And to sow any discord or to disrupt his operations any chance that we can get, as well as put on a play that potentially could reach more people in a sort of roundabout way, as opposed to just thrusting politics down their throats, as Vistani tend to be a little less focused on like direct messaging, shall we say, and more about storytelling and anecdotes and jokes and such.
I
It's
thought
a
you said we're gonna have
feeling.
to do
It's a
like subliminal.
vibe.
Let's start doing subliminal messaging.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah.
yeah, that's what's gonna happen mostly today.
Cool. From a mechanic standpoint, to make this easy, you have 3 opportunities today to make vote changing rolls. So you have basically a couple of hours each for 3 attempts to sway a significant number of votes. So everybody can then make some kind of roll to help the goal that Nix has, and then his ultimate like climax roll of that attempt will then decide how many votes get swayed. So you get basically 3 attempts today to get the votes. You can do 2 things in a row. For example, the healer's tent twice. But know that the second time around, it might not have the same oomph as the thirst. But it probably is more safe if it was successful the first time around. So I do believe the theater is going to be the third and the last, because it was going to be during the evening, right? And
Yes,
then
it is.
we had a healer's tent to set up. Probably is going to be the first, but then it's just a question of like the second, the middle of this day, what you would like to fill that with.
Definitely, I think all 3 of us at first are going to be doing the healer's tent, as all 3 of us have the abilities to medicine and to heal.
Nice. Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
We do have Illyria and
Irius?
Irius. So they can maybe go out and like, Illyria is quite perceptive, as is so is Irius, I think. To potentially go out and see if there's any way to find other people who potentially are struggling, and convince them to like, hey, maybe you should go get free healing at the tent. That should be a way
I think
to
that's a good
get
idea.
more people to the tent. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I think Irius and Illyria will be happy to do so, and they will basically team up. Then Irius will try to spot them, and then Illyria would be the persuading voice.
I'm just trying to think if Irius has any abilities that we could potentially use, since he would have gotten his spell slots back.
True.
He does have healing word as well, so technically he can heal.
Yeah.
He in the beginning of that, like suggesting that he helps, he is a little bit apprehensive. Because if you guys remembered, he pointed out a long time ago that he couldn't heal before, but somehow during his time in the mists, being crazy, he suddenly learned it from another source, a voice of safety.
Yeah, it's fine.
Of a device that sometimes spoke to him, and it shines in a different color than his normal tattoo would light up in when he casts his normal magic. And you were a little bit worried about this news. They were like, tell us what this means. And he was like, I don't know, I'm sorry.
I don't know what's going
The
on.
numbers, Mason.
But
Okay. You
but
can do prestidigitation.
But if you guys are okay with, like, he like brings that up and like asks, I mean, if I guess she's unable to do it, I better use it for good. But if you are all okay, I mean, I remember how you reacted. I'm also a little bit worried, but I mean, of course.
Well, perhaps if you're worried about this, and also potentially conserving your spell slots, there are many of us standing out there that could use some cleaning up after a long night or vomiting, perhaps. Maybe sending
Gotcha.
good vibes around, or just, providing a good community service.
I will certainly back you up, and if you guys run out of, magical energy, I will step in. But a little bit of prestidigitation here and a little bit of prestidigitation there is certainly something I can do.
Could you take?
How many souls are we willing to risk for this?
I mean, this is pretty much everything, right? We don't gain an army to back us up. Who else is there?
Alright.
Deal with the werewolves? Are we going to deal with the people of Vallaki? I mean, we need some way to change the lands, and if we don't get at least some people to be behind us, what's the point? We can't change this land, just the 5 of us.
Yes, that's true enough, I guess.
If any, this is a good cause to use them.
Alright, I shall do so. I shall do my most and my best to heal them.
Do we have any normal medicinal remedies, just in case there are some people that do not require magical to cure their ailments, as that would be a waste of our resources that may then be better used to further others?
Do you mean like potions?
Normal,
Or
non-magical?
non-magical?
We do have our kits, of course, but we
To
have
heal
been
skills,
using
kind of
them.
need them.
Yeah.
I think, and also, Jivkos, this is our opportunity to show that we have the ability to provide something more than just words. This is our chance to showcase what we can provide. And relying on things that anyone can buy, that's Aragal. He's the one throwing gold around. We don't have that kind of cash, but we do have this ability.
I see. My apologies.
No need to apologize. We were just discussing our strategic plan. This is strategizing.
Kato waves broadly and walks up with some speed towards the campfire with his signature smirky smile. Ah, there you are. So, Mom and the rest of the oldies want to talk to you, Nixie. They want you to go now? I can show you the way if you don't know. You don't want to be on the bad side with the old ones, you know? Right?
Right. You guys, you got the setting up of the tent, right? I'll be right back. I'm sure this won't take too long.
Of course.
Illyria kind of stops you and she goes, "Are you sure you want to go on your own? I can come."
I would appreciate your company, for sure.
I will not let you go alone. I'm coming.
Thank you.
She nods and kind of high fives Irius to begin without her, and she will join him whenever you're done with this. Okay, Jibkos and Valamardia is setting up a tent.
Was it Havarti or is it Asphodel?
Yeah, is it Valamardia or is it Hamsfuda?
It's not Asphodel. It's right now. It's like the
Asmardia?
actors from Beyond the Mist. It's the playwright from Beyond the Mist. Yes.
The tiefling.
Okay.
Well, howdy, y'all.
Yes, me.
How do you go about getting the materials for this tent? Like, is there anything in particular you want to achieve here?
Probably a big way for them to just be able to tell that this is a tent, like that we were talking about of.
Yes.
Like,
We're
feeling.
looking for. Yeah, we're looking for like healing symbology, like Caduceus staff or like a plus sign, like the red cross.
Jesus Christ.
Just like a big sign that is free healing here.
We have like Sophia who has like art materials and such
true.
to
Sophia could
help like
do a
a sign.
Yeah.
Mm.
I assume that we'd like fairly easily enough be able to find a place to do it at the very least.
Yeah, you're a little bit pushed for space. So actually, either you compromise the size of this tent, or you set it up more in the outskirts of the of the camp.
Should be close. Space isn't a huge thing because like it's not like we need beds and such, right? We just need like a way to bring someone in, learn about their issues and like whether or not it's possible to heal. So like it's a relatively small tent and it'll just be like a line,
Waiting
hopefully.
room, campfire, perhaps, and then like.
I was gonna say, all of us
yeah,
will probably
sure.
individually do it, I assume. Or do you guys not have that good medicine?
I mean, like it can be like a factory line situation with triage. The idea here
Yeah.
is to make it a show. So if we did it on the outskirts and people just one can't make it there, or two, what's the point? Because people don't see that we are helping.
We've got to go all the way out there. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We have to be like in the thick of it, and we have to make a big show of the fact that we're doing this, but not in a way that is so like, hey, this is all about me.
Yeah.
So, but are you gonna do the healing behind closed doors for privacy? Or closed tent flaps?
I think the method of healing is not necessary, but the result of the healing is. So to bring them out, you know, and then they're like nice and healed, and they're saying, "Hey, yay! My weird back issue is now resolved. Thanks. This guy knows how to help the people."
Not an entrance and an exit at two places, but the same entrance and the same exit, so you can see the before and
so
the after.
Exactly so.
Okay, but still privacy of the act itself. Okay, all right. Certainly doable. You can probably squeeze it in somewhere here and use the campfire from Eva, since it's not really that much people here anyway, as a waiting room, and it's kind of like your base of operation. I would like Cookie, or Mario, should make me an investigation cunning to get materials of good quality. And then I want Jimcos to make me an athletics. An athletics,
to set up the tent.
Yeah, to set up the tent. An athletics dexterity, actually, because there's you know. All right,
Yeah,
15. Not too shabby. Completely doable. You don't find really bad things, and it's not like you're worried for materials here. Using Nick's and Lyria's name, you're able to scrunch up some quality cloth. Nothing to like, you know, shout it's glory, but it's sturdy and it's gonna work. Perfect. And then Jukos, make me the athletics dexterity
Build
to
that
put it.
tent. Oh,
And it's built sturdily. Damn. Yeah. The
Well, together.
it is well put together. The purpose of the tent is definitely well crafted, and I guess, I mean, with your order, at sometimes, you know, if there was like a disease going through Beres or some kind of battlefield wounds, there would be some kind of triage put up by the order, and so you actually bring some of your expertise from the United Order of how to set this up.
Yes.
Good. All right. In the meantime, Irius is out gathering people who seem hurt and need of health care.
Hey, I just wanted to say I was muted for some
shit.
reason.
No.
Everywhere I go, I try to like throw like a little bit of an ad, like a little bit of a good word towards the new play that's coming. So I'll be
Okay.
like, "Oh, that's such a good, thank you," but Don't don't forget about the play tonight.
Nice. And now paired with Jivka's promise undead show, the
Big
Minotaur.
undead knight walking around.
Yeah, exactly. And what you did yesterday, a lot of people know of this show, and people are interested. It's gonna be one of the bigger events for tonight.
Let's go.
Let's go! Heck
The
yeah!
biggest of all events.
Yeah. Okay. Then let's move over to Illyria and Nyx, shall we? Indeed. Kato weaves in between the wagons, trees, and Rustani to guide you to the approximate center of the largest airport camp, for which Nyx found his way to yesterday. Here, there is no circle of wagons. Instead, there's just one massive tent made up of several different colorful and patterned pieces of cloth. There are several Vistani hanging about, performing tasks, talking, or simply crowding up the place. Just to the left of this path, a more temporary campfire is erected, where some Vistani past their 50s and beyond sit and talk. Way less than yesterday. And their mood is less sullen than what Nyx remembered them to have been. Now there's almost a conspiratorial air to them instead, and they watch your approach with calculated and measured gazes. Gone is the rather loud and complaining old man that attempted to force his way into the tent, and for now is nowhere to be seen. When Kato saunters up to the loose gang of guards, they seem not that happy to see him, but when they look past and see Nyx and Illyria, they step aside, and one of them immediately says with a little bit of disdain, "They have been waiting for you."
I mean, I'm sure you came as quickly as possible, Kato.
I had some breakfast. It's fine. I'm sure Mama will approve. I mean, she wants me to continue growing, but neither here nor there. Alrighty, another smashing job done by Kato. Now you go along, and a word of advice, just from me to you, speaking from experience. It's better to keep the old farts happy rather than disgruntled. Your life becomes so much easier. You get me?
I get you, Kato.
Cool. Alright. See you around, Nixie.
Sure, Kato.
And he saunters off.
Uh-huh.
So, the 10 flaps are kind of like moved to the side for you, opening up the way into the tent, where you see several sources of flickering flame, casting a warm glow of orange inside of it. Let's move here.
Just before I go in, I'll just quickly say to Illyria, look, Illyria, I don't expect whatever the elders to say to paint me in a bright, shiny light.
That's why
As you
I
know,
wanted to come. Don't want you to walk in there alone.
Right. Well, maybe you're a little further ahead of my thinking than perhaps I expected you to be, but I don't know exactly what they will say, but I've never really met these elders for long periods of times. I've heard of them, but they are people that tend to have influence. They like things how they like things, and trying to convince old people of change. Well, don't know about your experience, but they kind of set in their ways. So what they're going to say about me may be addressing the fact that I'm going to change things, and they won't exactly
I kind of think I met their ilk in a ball or two with my parents. It's not really my crowd. They are frustrating and good at belittling you. Patronizing. Frustrating. A bunch of other adjectives I shouldn't say out loud.
Any potentially words of wisdom that you could offer then? I mean, you might have more experience in dealing with crotchety old scrotums than I do.
Eloquently put. It's kind of what I wanted to say, but the more you stay out of their attention, the less trouble they're gonna cause you, good or bad. The less they care, the better. At least it was for me.
Yeah, but that's not really going to help me right now. I mean, I'm here. They are aware of what I'm intending to do. I can't just stay out of their way anymore. It's what's that age-old saying? You have to lead, follow, or get out of the way. I can't get out of the way anymore.
If I were you, I would be filled with anxiety by now. Yeah, right. You cannot avoid bringing attention to yourself, so either make them happy, so it's as smooth as possible as a ride, or don't let them change you, and just play your game.
I'm just throwing this out there because I know how you'll take this. Any thoughts on just straight up murdering them all?
Well, that thought brings me less panic. What is the play here?
No, I'm just trying to make light of the situation. Obviously, we can't murder them all, right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, right. Less of a headache, but I don't know what about the consequences of that. Also, I think we've toiled the line of doing fucked up shit enough, right?
Right. Think it would be questionable if I go into the tent and they all suddenly die of old age. Right. Let's get this shit over with.
I mean, it depends on how good you are at spinning the situation, but I think... I don't think you can get away with that. You're good, but you're not that good.
Yeah. Well, what can you do but be at the mercy of octogenarians with a need for prune juice?
Yeah, what can you do? And she pats you on the back.
Fucking old people. Okay, let's go.
You have the oldest person
Yeah,
here in the party.
Jivka suddenly sneezes. And like a bunch of bile comes out, smells foul.
Wow. Yeah. A bit of blood.
Yeah. Black blood, half coagulated. Yeah, okay. Any users. So, you step out into the tent where there is a warm glow of orange. The floor is covered by a kaleidoscope of rugs and pelts hanging from the wooden skeleton, hoisting it all up, as well as attached to the cloth walls themselves. And there is a myriad of hanging trinkets, tapestries, cloths, incense in fast containers, and even a colorful bird in a cage that chirps from time to time. Scattered around the room along the walls are various sitting arrangements with small tables. All flat surfaces not assigned to the purpose of sitting upon are likewise covered by an eclectic collection of odds and ends. Decorative plates to odd flowers, various fancy boxes, and dozens of other random things. They might all be peculiar or beautiful, but any further investigation would easily reveal that none would fetch that high of a price. Something that Nyx recognizes is that scattered among these baubles, trinkets, and cloths, there are some that used to belong to Madame Eva. Among them, most of these items are either cleaned, repaired, or cleverly placed to conceal the damage that Eva's tent took in her last reading with you. In the center of the room, in a half circle facing the entrance and propped up on small wooden platforms that they all sit upon, are 7 older Vistani dressed in their best fineries. Among them, you recognize both Ion and Dorinia. Together, with a pretty ceremonial and solemn vibe and tone, they ask you both to sit before them.
Nyx enters and observes all the Sunny sitting on their perched chairs. And taking in the tent and the fact the last time he was in this tent was a pretty traumatic sort of turn of events. He swallows his pride and his ego and his fear and does a respectful bow. And you say that they gestured for him to sit?
Yeah.
And he says, before going to sit down, says, Elders, thank you for the opportunity for meeting you today. I apologize for my tardiness. I came as soon as I heard. And you guys sit down.
There is actually an air of they like that. In the corner it pops up the text, they like that.
Everybody likes that.
Several of them kind of nods approvingly, pleasantly surprised by your reverence. And there are some nods of this kind of lofty, we forgive you kind of deal going on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
It's in their power to forgive.
Yeah, exactly. The person furthest to the right, seat number 7, kind of grumbles underneath their breath. If we only knew you were here, Soda. But immediately afterwards, the one in the center, seat 3, says, "Welcome, Lady Lyria and your companions to Sir Paul, and welcome back, Nyx Navarre of the Roost." Ion speaks next, sitting at position 5 in the half circle before you. "Yes, welcome back for a second time, my lady. Much has changed, but the most important things have not, and among them is our hospitality to you." The first one, furthest to the left, asks, "You have been made aware of our traditions of hospitality, yes? Or in essence, at least. He could do that at least for you, Illyria kind of looks between seat 1 and you, a little bit rapidly back and forth. Yes, of course. In essence, yes, of course. Well, that's something. The fourth one immediately speaks afterwards, a shriveled old man, not too far away from Death's door. "Then we must apologize to you for the last joyous subject we are about to embark upon, Sunny. It's unfortunate, but essential," comments the third one again. and Dorinia, who might be the youngest among the gathered Vistani here in sitting position 2. She can't hide a smug smile from spreading on her face. I'm sorry to say, you'll have to go without one of your companions during your time with us, Lady Lyria. I banished Nyx from this camp, and my word still stands. And the 7th seat, once again, mumbles underneath their breath something that can still be heard clearly. Filthy imposter.
May I say something? The fact that you banished me, Dorenia, before you were able to take the proper rituals to become leader of the Tseb pool is one thing to question, but for now, what is the bigger issue is right now this is no longer just your camp. This is the camp of all Vistani people, here to pay their respects to Madame Eva. Right now, this is not a Tsebul camp. This is a Vistani camp. And you are not the sole person to speak on behalf of all Vistani.
He speaks correctly. And Dante, that is not necessary, such words. We're here to honor Madame Eva, not to spit on her spirit. Exclaims the last person that has yet to speak, a woman in position 6. Yes, let's refrain from using such language that stains the sanctity of our leadership and colors a matter we have yet to fully determine. As he speaks, it's not completely clear, this problem. Seat 3 sighs. Yes, we are not unified on this subject, however. With all due respect, I don't care if this is a Vistana camp or not. We, not talking about the upstarts, we have decided to take up the mantle of leadership here, and our words needs to mean something. And with respect, fellow council members, you did not have the misfortune of seeing him growing up. My decision was correct then, and it's correct now. Ion, you agree with me? I mean, even Aragal agrees. She looks frantically to side to gather support from Ion and the rest, but she doesn't receive any support from Ion that she wanted, and when she tries to invoke Aragal instead, the rest of the council clears sours, and her voice dies out. Let us also refrain from giving that upstart any credence. The vote situation is bad as it is. It's not tradition. And it shouldn't be held at all. Why are our leadership being questioned? Are we really going to go ahead with this vote and agree that our leadership is in question? That's neither here nor there, my friend. But let's not tarry from this subject at hand, please, everybody. It's been an hour already of focused contemplation and discussion, and we need to focus at one thing at a time, please, especially now. Dorinia, the simple fact that since you uttered your hasty exile, a task that should have been performed by Ion as the oldest within the Roost, it is clear that he has... He hesitates. And then the older one, the oldest one here, the one that is pretty close to kicking the bucket. He has accepted the cup, so to say, if I may continue, and that must be weighed into our discussion. Things aren't as clear as they used to be. Yeah, assess seat 6. The news of him as of late must be taken into consideration. The Copperbits truly responded for the first time by delivery of his message. Assigned to be Deliria's bodyguard and escort, helped walk their coming to power in Wallaki, delivered Arabella's body to Luvash, gave the perpetrator of the Wallaki Camp massacre to our prince, ended the life of the Shalpai, make it a witch. Like, what more do you guys want? These are all heroic acts that should not only be ignored, but celebrated. Maybe Madame Eva kept him aside for these purposes. A great defender of our people, surely. Why am I the only one who can see this? Everybody goes a little bit silent at the mention of Madame Eva.
I would speak up and say, Madame Eva took a interest in me ever since I was brought into this roost. I know I'm somewhat of an outsider, but she saw something in me, something to keep me around, despite the fact that everyone, well, preferred not to have me. But Madame Eva was very rarely wrong. And none of you can refute that. She was able to see. She had the cards, she had the sight, and we followed her diligently for centuries. I was in this very tent the moment she passed. And she gave me her last seeing, along here with Illyria. She believed in me. She believed in my friends. And I believed in her and her message. And I have been following her last prophecy ever since leaving. And it has led me to all those things that you have just heard. And it will lead me to so much more. This is Madame Eva's prophecy and her legacy, and I intend to follow it.
Seat 6 kind of makes this exclamation with their arms, like, there you go! There you have it!
Gestures to everything like SpongeBob.
Yeah, like, yeah, basically, yeah. Seat 4, the very, very old man kind of like nods slowly. Seat 1 and 3 kind of like have this contemplated look on their face, whilst seat 2, the Renia, 5, Ion, and 7, that guy who have only been like saying short things that have been very hurtful, all of them those 3 don't seem to be persuaded. And after a bit of silence, as kind of like the council look between each other and notice that they still don't agree, seat 3 kind of sighs again loudly that he seems to do a lot. As you can see, Ixnavre, we're not a unified voice in your matter. And considering the very important events that will take place very, very soon, by these two opportunists. Sorry, my voice isn't what it used to be. Who wishes to topple our traditions to grab power when that matter has been dealt with. I think we can circle back to this. I think we all agree, considering what his familiar relationship was to Madame Eva, that he should be able to stay for the funeral. However, until the debate is over, we haven't made a final decision, and therefore the exile still stands. We will revisit this after these events. You're not allowed to stay within the confines of the camp until the funeral, for which you can visit, and then before the debate starts, you have to leave again. And then be calmed that we will contact you with our final decision sometime after this ludicrous debate. And in extension of this, considering the importance of the exile, it is not proper that you keep Eva's deck of cards in your possession that we have heard you've been gifted. Thus, it is the will of the council that you hand it over, so it can be wielded by us for the good of all Vistani in interim. And then, if it's such that you are welcomed back, we will discuss the opportunity for you to use it if you prove yourself to be worthy of it.
Can I look at them and like this was seat number 4?
Three.
3?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at him and say, I just like, I would squint my eyes. I want to like, I guess get a feeling of whether or not everyone is in agreement with his, like what he just said.
Mm-hmm.
And whether he has his own conviction behind these words, or if it's something that maybe he is forced to say.
Okay. Let's do an empathy composure.
Ooh, 21.
21.
21. What's that plus 2?
Okay. You have spent a lot of time with the Vistani, and whilst you're not that well versed with reading people in general, there's a little bit of an epiphany that you get in this moment. It's obvious and no role to be had that seat 6 is definitely not agreeing with this. Like an older woman, she looks at you with like sympathy and like this motherly warmth. She seemed to obviously believe that you're being treated too harshly and too cruelly. Whilst the other, the 4 one that was kind of like nodding slowly to what you had to say, seems more to lean towards your side of things, but isn't as sure of this position as seat 6. The other one seems to be in various degrees of not entirely sure about you, too openly hostile. But what is clear that you get while squinting at this kind of measured, kind of like back held, like very much everything should be proper, and you speak slowly, and like everything should be orderly and square. There's a glint of fear of you.
So Nyx like addresses seat 3 and says, I see. So you wish to exile me. You wish to cast me out like some boogeyman from the sky. That's an easy solution, isn't it? You know? Banish the voice that dares to question. The hand that reaches for change and the mind that dreams of a better future.
Don't get excited, says Seed 1, the nasally one. You will be able to argue your case after all of this, but for now it's too much for us to handle. The Aragal and Luvash situation needs to take place, and you can understand that for the good of all Vistani, they should not be allowed to rule. We need to follow in Madame Eva's footsteps and have the old and experienced voice be in charge. It's only natural, of course. So you need to take a step aside for the good of the Vistani, okay?
I respectfully disagree. But you are right in that the Aragal and Luvash situation is touchy, and their claim to power is going to tear everyone apart. Which is why I am putting myself forward to lead.
Oh, not another one, says Seed 1. Seat number 7 whispers something underneath their breath, like a pretty harsh insult to you. Number 4, yeah, basically. The old man kind of rubs the bridge of his nose. Seat 6 is kind of looking worried, but kind of smiling at the same time. But Dorinia is very unhappy.
Let's go, fucker.
Nix! I mean, it's bad enough that Aragal and Luvash is allowed to, but he's not. He is not even. He's exiled. I exiled him, and he should be exiled. He is a danger to us all.
You know as well as I do that exiling me will solve nothing. It is fear disguised as leadership. That is what you are doing.
How dare you! And then Dorinia starts like shouting. Some other people start shouting, and there's like starts to be this shouting match between the council. Everything erupts into chaos. You try to get a word in, but they're like not listening, and you see how not unified these 7 people are.
I will like raise my voice as loud as possible and say like, exile me and you will prove only one thing. That you fear the truth that I carry. And if fear drives your decisions, then you have no place leading our people. Now, I don't want that. I see a purpose for an eldership. I do. But I will not run from our problems, and I will not be silenced. If you exile me, I will still fight to free us from the mists. Not because it's my duty, but it is because my purpose and what Madame Eva wanted for all of us. And when that day comes, that the Miss Parton Freedom calls, you will remember the one that was that you cast out. It was the one that was fighting for you and the rest of the Vistani people.
Little filthy halfling. You should be happy we are not stabbing you in the... Dante, please stop with these things. I don't care. He needs to leave. I don't want him here. And then seat 3 goes, it doesn't matter. Maybe we shall relieve this exile because he has to come back for the funeral. It's hard enough as it is with everything going on, but the Taroka deck needs to be returned, okay? We cannot, in this moment, there's too much power. And then seats number 7 again calls for you to be murdered. Seat
Do I
number
know
1.
this C7? That's freaking Strahd.
You're starting to. Seat number 1 is starting to agree with him because you're not given the deck and it's very important. And then Illyra goes, he's allowed to stay because I say so. And everybody.
Oh shit.
kind of quiets down a little bit. I don't care about what you say about him having to relinquish the Taraka deck or that he's exiled. He stays because I want him to. And if you don't like that, take it up with Strahd.
Man. Oh, shit.
Whether he chooses to run in this election that you agree to or not, I don't care. If he wants to join, then he can join. End of discussion. Now you will leave us alone, or I will complain. This is not proper hospitality. He is my escort, and you're disrespecting him. And then, you're disrespecting me. Is that what you want me to tell him?
Jesus.
Gonna tell
You go,
on
girl.
Rod Daddy.
I'll get daddy on you.
There's this very, very awkward silence. Durinia's face goes red, and she is immediately about to rebuke. Seat 3 kind of clasps a hand over her mouth. I see.
Can I offer one more word before they deliberate? Consider this in your moment of rethinking your thoughts. Removing me from this camp removes me from your sight. Surely, it is better to have me in your sight to know what I'm up to and to know where the deck is than outside. For I will not give up the gift that Ava left to me and that already is speaking to me.
Seat number 6 goes with their arms again. Look at that! What are you guys doing? With their arms. Yeah. Seat 7 still want to murder you.
Murders it.
And the rest of them kind of like look between each other. There's this very awkward silence, a lot of conversations happening just through looks. And then seat 3 goes, I see that the situation has somewhat changed. Of course, we do not wish to disrespect Lady Lyria. That is furthest from our wishes. Let me ask you this, Nix Navarre, which I think could calm us all down into perhaps alleviating the tension of this particularly problem. If we all participate in the debate tomorrow evening, if we were to win, according to the debate's rules, if it's still on, and it's happening no matter if we want it or not, would you listen to our authority then?
If the people vote and are free to vote in their way without any sort of manipulation behind the scenes, and they choose you all to be the rightful leaders, to replace what Madame Eva provided, I will not start a revolution and go against you all. if that is what you are thinking. The people speak for what they want. I am just trying to lead them to a place that is not another century of slavery.
There's another kind of conversation happening through gazes. Seat 1 definitely do not agree. Seat 6 definitely agrees. And then like a varying shades of agreeing and not agreeing between the others. Then that's in the light of this change of pace. That will have to be good enough. We have a lot to continue to deliberate about, and it seems that perhaps we need to prepare ourselves for the possibility that this debate is happening no matter what. And so we need to prepare ourselves for that night. And in the light of that, we're very busy. Thank you for coming. Partaking our food, partaking our wine if you so wish, but you're free to go.
I would like to extend an invitation as I go, with your leave. There is a play tonight.
Yeah.
If you find yourselves a little tired of deliberation and wish to have some brevity, some sort of entertainment, I recommend you come by. It's going to be the talk of the camp. You wouldn't want to miss it.
Most of them look pretty aghast. Aghast?
Yeah.
Thank you. From hearing that. And again, there's a rainbow of colors of being interested in it, or like agreeing, acknowledging that it's happening, or approving of it. It seems like seat 6 might actually come and see it. The rest are like, ugh.
Too good for drama? Huh?
But they all kind of like nod, and then there's immediately some whispering conversations happening in between pairs. Dorinia is complaining to Ion that this didn't go as she wished, and seat 3 kind of like nods slowly for you to leave.
I respectfully bow before leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Then as I turn and meet Illyria's gaze, I give the biggest eye roll ever and just sort of like walk out the tent flap.
She smirks, walks out with you, and then outside, she like kind of puts a hand over her chest like a breast cage, which is like moving up and down very rapidly. That was intense. Did I do the right
we
thing?
were intense.
I didn't want to speak over you or step over any toes. Was that good?
I mean, invoking Strad, it's an interesting play, given the fact that we're probably not in the best sort of light with Strad right now, but it's all that you could do, and you came with me to help, and
Yeah,
I believe you did.
yeah, I think so too. They were horrible. Honestly, just horrible. Seat 6 was cool, but otherwise horrible.
Six MVP.
Well, this is what I'm used to. Constantly fighting, unnecessarily so. But on the plus side, we've got that out of the way, and now we can get on with whatever we need to do.
Yeah, let's As reviewing the others, I suddenly feel a spot of motivation to get this ball rolling. I don't want them either to be in charge.
No. Well, hopefully they've managed to get things set up. And we can get on with our shindig of a healing trope.
All right, and you make the short kind of way back to the central campfire, where Jibkas have just finished setting up the tent.
Grand tent.
Yeah, it's good. You're impressed.
Oh shit, of course. I mean, if you weren't an undead minotaur, I would swear you're some sort of event coordinator. You've got a gift.
This is not my first medical tent.
I mean, yes, but this is very impressive. I mean, we should yeah, you know, I might need help with the stage later, so...
If it is required, I shall help. But
Have you set up stages before?
no.
Oh.
No.
No, just medical tents.
Well, I have sent up many a tent, but medical ones are their own thing usually.
Right. Sure.
Very more sterile field.
I mean, you should have seen Jib, because he was just bang, bang, bang with the hammer. It was so cool to see.
Wish them much success for you, Nix.
I appreciate the work that you've done. Honestly, I didn't know what I was expecting, but I mean, this. Thank you. I think it will serve some sort of benefit, I'm sure, to at least attract people and not like drive them away for having some sort of shoddy scraps of rags over some sticks. So yeah, 2 thumbs up.
What about your meeting?
Ah, right. Well, elders being elders, they constantly seem to have sticks up their asses, and consequently they were all about, no, you should leave because you were exiled previously. And I was like, hey, that was a different camp, I'm a different person now. And then they said, hey, you should give back the deck. And I'm like, no. And then Illyria was like, I'm going to tell on you to Strahd if you don't shut the fuck up. And then they all shut the fuck up, and now they basically let us go to deliberate. And then I invited them all to the play tonight. No, all in all,
Thank you.
of course, all in all, could have gone better, could have gone worse, but with the elders, you know, you're never going to win them all over. You just have to brace for impact and hope you don't get the stick up your own ass. I'm pretty sure my ass is unsticked.
I think we should hope it stays that way.
I mean, you're the expert on sticks up your asses, right, Chip? Goes tree and all.
He seemed confused for a moment, but then he actually just gives off like a large laugh at that. That is quite some way of saying it.
Well, we were expecting to get going with trying to heal people. And Nix looks around to see if there's like people already making their way or queuing or whatever.
Yeah, Arius has sent like a handful, like 3 people over, because this is very much new. People aren't sure, is this a scam? The Vistani are used to running scams. It's kind of a little bit what they do, and so they're perhaps better than most to be suspicious. And things that sound better than what they are. And this is a pretty tall tale. But Illyria gives you a quick peck on the cheek and says she will go and help Arius to ferry people over. towards that end, Irius is going to make a roll with advantage with Illyria's help, and we shall see if he manages to bring a bunch of people over, or how's it going?
Come on.
Come on.
Let's see. He is going to
Do it.
He's going to use actually his investigation to find these people as the highest he has, with advantage for this, because I'm looking at either like perception, empathy to persuade him over, or medicine. But I also think investigation in this sense also work to basically talk to people in here who like have been having issues to find these people. So that is a +6. So let's roll. Ooh! Thank you, Lyria. All right, that's a good amount of people that will actually come your guys' way. So we've had a +0 from Hamartia. It could have gone worse. It didn't. There's no negatives from there. We have a plus from Jivkos. We have
What?
like the materials you found for the whole situation. It could have gone worse. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. It could have gone worse. Like this is good.
Okay.
There's no negatives involved here. Since you had to make a roll, this is still a good outcome. So +0, and then a plus from Jibkos, a plus from Irius and Illyria, and a plus from Sophia.
Yeah.
So +2, +1, +2. So 5. Okay. You will get an extra +5 to this, but you will still roll with the disadvantage. And when you perform this stunt over the next couple of hours, Nix, what do you lean on? Is this your medical mastery? Is it a performance? Is it empathy of like treating these people and promising that they will be all right, and like bringing them out with kindness and having that kind of thing spread? Or is it just your like magical performance of how splendid and splendorful you are?
As much as I would like to, make it all about how amazing Nyx is, I'm not sure that is the thing that will resonate with the people, because like I think the Vistani in general just can see through fake bullshit.
Yeah, so the 3 kind of angles I will allow you to take with this role is like either a medicine cunning, a if you don't have a particular like craft performance special skill, this will be some kind of persuasion presence for the performance of the whole thing, of how magically mighty you are and how fantastic their wounds and their diseases go away. Or it can be an empathy manipulation of like spreading how kind and empathetic you are to their plight, and that you're willing to, put in the time and your resources to help them. So yeah, so medical mastery, like skillful
from
or performance or kindness.
Could it be from a focus of like, yes, it's about healing them from like an empathetic perspective, but there is also an objective to this, right? There is also a reason for doing it, and it is a campaign after all. So I'm wondering if we make a roll that has yet to be rolled in all of Frostmark.
What? Okay,
Um,
sell me.
Using like a leadership, but with instead of presence or manipulation, like some form of I don't know. I mean, it could be manipulation from a leadership perspective, I suppose, but composure. I don't know if it works that way, but the idea here is like it's not specifically in my mind. It's not specifically empathy manipulation because it's like yes, I'm manipulating their thoughts, but it's for a purpose that is not entirely empathetic, but also he needs to showcase that this is for the greater good. Like the fact that he is and his party can heal is like a demonstration of the fact that this is something that a leader should do rather than sit back and do nothing for the people, but show that the leaders actually are working for a better goal for the future, and healing is just a part of that. So I don't know if that changes your mind or it's a possible way to roll.
No, I get it. You're trying to be basically a role model of like what they should be, and you're trying to be a role model of what leadership should be. So yeah, I will either allow you to argue that case through empathy manipulation or show it through leadership presence.
I think showing it is the right way of doing it. It's like it's a bit of presence, like you say, but it's about the leadership. It's about showing what the brighter future is, but also from a perspective of like demonstration. So I think leadership presence could be the right one to go for.
Okay, all right. In the meantime, in between Illyria and Iria's ferrying people and finding them basically going back and forth, and they're taking a little bit of a break here and there, and Illyria comes up and gives you some gossip of what's happening outside. Luvash's followers are moving about in between the people, but there seems to be still some tension that people like the Vistani are a little bit wary of like how weirdly they act. So that hasn't been going so well this morning. There has been news of another bribery session by Aragal, and Illyria has overheard some people like boasting about the things that they got from Aragal this morning. And a little bit more, with more apprehension, she tells you that Dorinia probably, considering what has been said here, have been spreading some stories that she doesn't know if they're true or not about embarrassing moments from Nick's childhood. And she's seen like Vistani walk around and gossip and badmouth you with these stories. So that's kind of what has been happening in their camps. I've already made the roll earlier to see how the votes shifted from their excursions this morning, or this first third of the day. So let's make your roll to see what you affect. So let's do that leadership presence with a plus extra 5, but disadvantage.
As this is going on, like the Nix will bring up the fact that hey guys, you know that Hamatir, you saw that Aragal was doing some shady shit and getting like supplies from Strahd, right? That's what you saw yesterday. Cookie?
Cookie? Muted?
Yes. No.
Did you hear me?
Uh,
Hello.
Valmardia is off in her
Hello?
own world, and she goes, "Wait, what? What did you say next?"
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Sorry, I was just speaking with Adif in the moment you said something.
I asked that. Well, Nix asked Hamatia whether or not she saw shady shit in Aragal's camp. Things provided by Strahd. That's
Yes,
what you saw.
Yes, I've seen plenty of it, and I have this as proof.
And Ham shows off the little. I think it was like this
2
little
earrings.
bit of 2 earrings that she snatched away.
I wonder, guys, what do you think about telling Luvash about what Aragal is doing and get the brothers to fight it out and then get thrown out of the debate altogether?
That's a good idea. I really like it. It's good. Wait, your brothers?
They're brothers. Luvash wasn't exactly happy about how Aragal handled the investigation, the search for his daughter that we did. And he has completely contrasting and opposed views of what Aragal wants to do. I think if we can lean on that, if we can somehow pit them against each other, I mean, it's not good for the Vestani people, but it's certainly good for the longer term, you know?
Yes, of course.
I think that might be a good idea.
This is a brilliant idea, I believe. If we can turn them on each other, that would make it much more easier for us to present a more dignified front.
Okay.
Who else are we going to show these earrings to? I think.
Do you want to show them to your old people council or something?
No,
Yeah,
I think the elders are going to elder. It doesn't matter what we really do. But if we've got the elders, we've got Aragal, we've got Luvash, and there's me. So far, if there's not other people, that's a lot of candidates for the people to choose from. And if we can remove candidates from the pool, more votes may come to me. So that's just what I was thinking.
I mean, okay, so our goal is to get you on top of the board, right? It's what for you to win this all. But do we have any other person we may consider condoning in case we fail to do? If we fail to, if you be the most popular one, I guess.
Look, if I'm not the most popular one and the people do not vote for me, then, well, all we can say is that we've done our best. But
Oh, damn.
the
26.
cards try. They're telling me to do my best, and that's all I can do. If it turns out that the people do not wish to be free, there's nothing more I can do. But I can still keep my promise to Illyria.
Okay,
And if
then.
that means that it frees the people at the same time without them, then so be it.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, so some perhaps activities to do the second third of this day. A 26. Damn. Still with disadvantage. Still great. People are impressed by doesn't seem like a political stunt because it's so well set up. I mean, the design is certainly very, very tasteful, made by Sofia, and the tent is well set up. It seems like an organized effort of doing this, and the right kind of people and the right amount, like a certain volume that you wanted to come here and spread the word, was found by Illyria and Arius. Various issues, from like issues in my knee, and I can feel when it's about to rain because my knees start to ache, to like I have a fever, to a cold, to lifelong
Minor
disease.
injuries.
Yeah, minor injuries, things that they struggle with, old people with their old people problems.
Old people smell.
There's actually one of the caravan leaders that during that Nyx met at the campfire, that comes around, and Nyx does a great job of showing that this is what a leader should try to be.
Yay!
Yeah,
Nice.
actually doing something instead of just talking. There's a lot of talk about Nyx isn't just about the words, right? This is actions, and the fact that he doesn't preach too much during these consultations about his political stance is more about their problem than his problem. It actually weirdly, like subconsciously, is being spread more, and respect is gained. Yeah, very good.
Yay!
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 All right, yippee! Okay, so then before we launch into the second third of today, let's go for a short break.
Short break.
Break time. Refill your drinks, get a snack, pet your pets,
Nom, nom,
powder your
nom.
noses, and get back and ready for another hour and a half or so of roleplay. Yay! I be right back, chat. But Spiker, hello. I have a feeling that you might be role playing with Adrian during Sundays. If he knows who you are. No, maybe not. Maybe so. Nonetheless, welcome. You see. I hope my games are, I mean, of course, it's more entertaining to play in them than to watch them, but I hope it's been entertaining so far. I'll be right back. I'm gonna refill my drink. You can actually thank Hemo for very nonchalantly saying, "Hey, come watch the stream." Really, Hemo? Oh, Hemo. You're such a little gold nugget. A little nugget. What a great friend. Never care. It doesn't really roll off the tongue, yeah, but you can't really say Nyx care either because it's like no care. Nyx to disease or something like that. Nyx pain, Nyx to pain.
I mean,
Say
question
no
is,
to
does
pain.
Nyx care?
Nyx care. Destiny's Care. Never Aid. Never Aid is pretty good as well. Okay, so let's do some math for the votes here. The undecided group is shrinking. Alright.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
I'm back.
'Cause I'm back.
Baby, I'm back.
You know it.
Baby back, baby back at ribs.
Damn, that was a good one.
Yeah. Clap.
What? Which was?
You.
You
Oh.
continuously doing
I mean,
good.
it's
You.
only 14.
Yeah. Well, it's good for a fucking disadvantage.
Ah, true. True. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Be nice to
The
be
alternative
19.
was
you
the
know?
19, which would have been insane. That would have been fucking 31.
Yeah, well, like, Nyx is kind of all about words, you know, so this is
Really? You
kind
like
of
Yeah.
what he's
Yeah.
kind of what he's built for.
He does a lot of
so,
this. Yeah.
I mean, if anything, political campaign is exactly in his wheelhouse. I mean, sure, he can heal and he can do spells and stuff like that, but he can't really intimidate very well. He can't really showcase his cunning or resolve or anything like that. But
Scary. Yeah.
no, it's not strong, like, you know, muscly or anything like that. So when it comes to like moving stuff or building stuff, he's not very good at that. But when it comes to words,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's almost like
Come back.
Madame Eva knows what she's doing. Mm.
it's almost like she like cultivated Nyx into this kind of leader for the future. Usher the society into a new era of freedom. Maybe. Please remove the
doing?
kill strap. Little bit of carnage.
doing?
Oh, it's gonna be great.
You sound like a turkey. Fucking turkey.
We're having fun. It's called Cookie, okay? Check your privilege.
Excuse you?
Take your fucking privilege, bitch.
I'm kidding. That was very fun to do as Ilaria, I'm not gonna lie.
Telling.
I'm gonna tell on you.
I'm gonna tell Dad. You're gonna get grounded.
Basically.
Put in the fucking ground.
Alright, everybody having a drink? Or a refill?
I cracked open a cold one.
Mmm.
I was like cold because it's
Nice.
cold here.
How's the weather in Edinburgh?
It was really bad. Last weekend we had fuck tons of snow in one day, and like all of the like transport in the city got shut down, which was shit. But thankfully I had nothing to do, so I just got to have a nice snow day. But recently it's just been cold and wet. So you know, Scotland.
Yeah, it's been
Lovely.
up and down for
Yeah.
us. Sometimes like it's super cold and then it gets hot again and then super cold and then hot. We had 9 millimeters of snow per hour for like 30 hours a couple of like 2 weeks ago. Joey was busy. And the
Traveling.
buses kinda went. So
BCBCB.
yeah, driving around in the tractor all night.
Oh, is he
He's-
helping like people, like pulling people out of ditches and stuff?
No, he's a tractor driver. You know, he's
Clearing roads.
yeah.
Okay.
During the winter, that's what he does, and during when there's no permafrost, he plays around in the dirt. the rest of the year.
He's a little dirt boy.
Yeah, cut down some trees and build some roads and that kind of stuff.
Have you guys seen the
Sandbox.
names of the salt spreaders in Scotland?
Oh yeah, well,
Whoa.
I do
Yeah,
know of
all
salt
of-
spreading. Yeah.
Yeah, but all of our salt spreaders are named by the public. So we have a lot of very funny names.
Whoa. Okay.
Salty McSalt face.
Yeah, the salty salt spray. Fucking
Oh, the
Freezing
machines.
Murray. Oh, yeah, salt spreaders. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought people can be salt spreaders as well. I mean, on the daily.
Yeah, we got like Sleetwood Mac, Calvin Harris, Melter Skelter, Sir Gritshoy, Carrie
Okay.
Bradthor, Spready Van Halen, Skid Vicious, Sweet Child O'Brien, Sweet Ray Charles, Ice Sweeper Willie. And we have about
Wow.
100 and something of them named.
Damn, that's so funny. Those names, they were good. They were Bodie McBowface. I don't even know what I'm saying. All right. Okay, let's. I want to roleplay. It's been such a long time. I need my fix.
Yeah.
So, as we go into the second third of this day, I must ask, are you planning on doing your own thing for yet another spout of activity? Or are you planning to instead spend this time making the chances harder for another camp?
Why not both?
Well, for time and doing this mechanically, if you're like doing a real effort of trying to like sabotage, then this whole like time slot will be taken for that. But informing Luvash of Aragol's benefactor, as to say, just delivering the news, of course, that can be done. But if you wanna like do some propaganda of your own, or like, for example, these rumors that are being spread from the elders trying to like paint Nyx in a bad light, you can try to counter that.
I think that people are gonna say whatever they want to say. Like it's mostly about what you do, I suppose. I was thinking though that because it's a new day, and if
also
there's
spell
possible...
slots. Everybody who use spell slots, you need to remove those spell slots, of course. And everybody give me, those who use spells, give me 3 soul checks each.
I just used all of my lay on hands, I assume.
Okay.
Because I don't have
Yeah,
spell.
no,
Ooh. Okay, you lose 1 potency soul if you have that.
Yep.
Otherwise Gucci. And then remove the spell slots you... It was pretty like a considerate amount of people you healed, so it's a considerate amount of spell slots also gone.
Man.
That's fine.
Yes, sorry. Yeah, continue.
Because it's a new day, right? So soul mastery and stuff would have been replenished. And does Hamatia have invincibility as soul mastery?
I don't have invisibility as soul mastery, no. I have invisibility as soul.
And-
soul thing. You know?
As in using a soul. And with soul mastery, invisibility, remind me, is it possible to cast that on someone else?
Yes, it is possible to cast it on someone else.
If it's a touch spell, right? Otherwise, if it's like cast self only, like... oh no, it should be fine. So I was thinking, before Hamatia goes and like basically tattles on Aragal to Luvash, whether or not it'll be worthwhile planting incriminating things in Aragal's camp.
What would make it incriminating, though?
Well,
What-
it's not like we're carrying around the body of his dead daughter, but
Okay.
You know.
Calm down there,
you
Buckaroo.
know, just like things like that, maybe.
Jesus
Uh,
Christ. Okay.
Yeah, but
Dead
went really
sex
far, really fast.
I don't know. Like, do we have anything? I mean, we do have a couple of things. We have like this necklace that Illyria had that can talk to Strahd.
Yeah, that
But
is
we
in
kind of
the...
need that to open the doors in Ravenloft.
Mm,
Um,
yeah.
I was just throwing it out there. If anyone had any sort of clever thoughts about like how, planting evidence in his camp for Luvash to find might make it easier for them to turn on each other.
I think it's a
think
great
that's good.
idea, but I just don't know if we have anything that we would be able to give up that would also make sense.
I'm just gonna take a quick look through the
Yeah.
items here.
Also, I will point out, considering that you're probably thinking of targeting Aragorn here, Hamartia didn't see a a camp situation, like a tent for Aragorn in the clearing with the goods.
What?
You
That's-
didn't see like a tent for Aragorn in the
So it
clearing
was just
for
a
the woods.
clearing with all the stuff in the middle, and that was it.
Yeah, and there were some
Yeah.
like temporary camps for the guards, but they weren't like any tents or anything like that.
So we
Some
need
very bare
something
bones.
of Aragal's that we have to steal to plant there to link him to it. Otherwise, it's just like
I'm just also
Just
pointing out
stuff.
that you're not entirely sure as right now where Aragorn's tent is.
Oh, that's
Maybe it's something for Illyria then to go sneaking about. See if we can find the Aragal's tent to come back and tell us. The thing is, like, we also need to steal something, so maybe it's like a two-person thing, but one person is invisible. So if we have Illyria going out, one person Nyx can cast invisibility on that person for an hour to potentially steal something from Aragal's tent if you can find it, and then plant that within the clearing where Hamartia found the shady shit, and then tell Luvash.
yeah, that sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who wants to be Mr. Invisible? Or Miss Invisible?
I can go Miss Invisible, and I also need to set up my play, so it's a bit of a problem.
Well, I mean, I can help Jivkos, and so can Irius if it's just setting up the stage and stuff like that.
How long would that take?
Yeah, I will also need to buy.
The
need to buy
third part of the stay, you still have that, so that can be the whole theater play, setting up the stage and preparing.
So that can
For the
all
play.
be not in the
Oh, that's
last.
separate.
In the last, where
Okay. We
the
don't need
last
to do
third
any
of the stay.
preparations
We're-
before.
Okay,
yeah.
so
Okay.
okay, so I can probably go and sniff it out if you wish.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think since you also know where the things
Also
are.
offers herself up.
Yeah, I don't think
For
it should be more than two, really. One invisible, one not. And then I think Hamachi is the best person to be invisible to then plant the evidence. And then maybe Illyria is the best person to deliver the earrings because she's the most reputable, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe Nyx can do it too, but I think it's more like if his name's already in the running, it kind of feels like,
Yeah. Trying to actively put dirt on somebody else, not.
Yeah.
Being a
And
good
with Illyria, it's
Samaritan.
more like,
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we do the Illyria and Hamatia can do that. That's a question of Irius, Jivkos, and Nyx.
I don't have much of an idea of what Nyx, what Jivkos should do besides attempting to spread like more knowledge about the play, but that's also fairly like done already. I don't know.
How about this? Because you're gonna have to do this like undead play situation. Nyx has got a costume, kid.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do pre-actions during the second third of the day.
Well, I
so
think
give-
if Nyx has been a performer, right? I don't know if Jivkos has ever had the opportunity to perform, or
A very small amount, but that was a couple of 100 years ago.
But it will sacrifice for greater benefits in the last third of this day for you to do a vote roll for this part of the day.
But if Irius goes out and does the sort of like campaigning situation, and with his lightning-y and prestidigitation-y stuff to like call attention, you know, like
I mean, I will
that-
allow him then to make the roll for you. He will not roll with disadvantage, but he will
Yeah,
use his
I think
stats.
that's fine.
Yeah.
I think if Nyx can help Jivkos with like acting, like
Yeah,
pointers,
he needs that.
and like to give him like basically a full
Basically-
rundown of like how to deal with emotion and like to make a connection with the audience, and perhaps also use his skills on creating a disguise kit and a costume, which he has an entire
sure.
kit for. That he's hold on
no need
since the
to-
beginning of the campaign.
No need to do a roll for that, because this is what you do. This is part of your background. This is certainly something you can do, and if you do spend this time teaching this to Jivkos will get an advantage to his role in the theater play.
Thank God, yeah, that's.
I think that's important. So I think
Yeah.
that's everyone.
And I assume that wouldn't take up the entire time, so maybe then they could
Yeah.
like prep the creation of the stage, because they don't want to make it too early, because then people are going to gather and wait a ton and be like, when's this going to happen?
No, that's fine. Okay, I will allow.
And-
If Nick spends the time teaching this to Jivkos, giving him advantage, and Jivkos, listening and building. Yeah, I will allow Jivkos then to basically pre-do for his activity. Yeah, since you're two, so you get to do two things. Yeah,
Sick.
for sure. Okay. Okay, starting with that, Jivkos, what do you want to do to build this stage? Like, what do you want to lean on?
What you mean, like to make a structure? Well, I'm unsure
Yeah.
how large we want to make it, and also like how we want to make it exactly. But I was thinking sort of a slightly raised above the ground, like probably not that much, so people can still sit on the ground or around it and have a good view. And also, this is me talking from somebody who has made theaters stages before, by the way.
Dang.
Yeah, me too.
So also having like stage on and off on either wings and at the backs, probably a small area behind, canvas probably to make a wall or some kind of roof. But that would be fairly easy, as you just need some supports, which would be wood.
Nice.
So something big, but not like extravagant in terms of like tons of decoration and stuff. Hamatia can come and do that.
Yes.
Yeah, it'd be
That's
the
not his-
creativity
his
here. Yeah.
He's much rather building a structure that will work.
But you're not
and-
doing anything fancy, like out of the like possibility here. It's just like a functioning stage that should give you
Yeah.
a good foundation.
Yeah,
like
that would
nothing
also
crazy.
be functional and also give people a good view of the entire stage, because that is the main thing
Okay.
that you find trouble
And
with
you-
when making a stage.
Does Hamartia and Jibkos together have this this kind of knowledge somewhere in the background?
Well,
Hamatia, I think she is a seamstress, so she can probably help with a bit of craftsmanship.
for
Well, Nyx would
theatre
have had.
specifically production, Berez did have a theatre company. It was a shit one, but it did have one.
Yeah, that's true. So you have seen it and might have been aiding
Yeah.
in the building of it. That's true. Okay.
Nix has been an entertainer, and he's been on many
That
stages.
too, yeah.
True. So whilst you're working on Jibcos, Nix could have been there on the sidelines and been do this, and Jibcos,
I provide guidance.
okay,
literally.
you provide
He's
guidance.
the one who sits there eating grapes and being like, go over there.
So there's
Mr.
no
Spot.
creativity. It's just basically a good foundation. So what is left is the quality of what you make. Yeah. And you don't have like craftsmanship, woodworking, or anything like that?
No.
No.
But like for putting up a similar kind of thing, except from just the bottom of the stage, we did do the tent.
It is true. It's true.
Yeah. The only difference I think with this is just it's bigger and it has a like platform underneath it.
Now let's use athletics decks because you're a very physical person, and this is certainly. Let's do the same thing again. This is your physicality, but it's not really about strength. This is about
Precision.
precision. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
Thank you.
I'll roll that. Ooh, not bad, not good. 14.
14. Not a fail. Not a success. It's a stage. It's gonna work. It's gonna work for your purposes, but it's not gonna give any additional bonuses. But it's not gonna be a hindrance to what you're gonna do tonight either.
Perfect.
So again, good, very good. Because you didn't want to have like a negative to this. That would have been bad.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Okay. What was Arius is out campaigning. Okay, but let's leave that for last. Nix is doing that. No need for a roll. You're just imparting your knowledge in the allotted time. Considering your background is just an automatic thing. All right, then we have Illyria and Hamardia.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Oh yeah, what is happening? Okay, how do
I
you?
use soul mastery for invisibility.
Okay. So, Hamardia, you're
I
invisible. What do you want to do?
Okay, so I want
To first things first, I want to see if I can find what's his face, the asshole Arigal. Whilst I'm
With
sneaking around.
Illyria can be like, asking around, theoretically. Like, you don't have to
'cause-
be completely by yourself.
Yeah, because Illyria doesn't have anything right now to do, so she can definitely do that. So let's do an investigation check by Illyria with a pretty easy DV because people want to help her. Oh,
Nice.
yeah. We're kind of in the height of the afternoon at this point, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And Illyria is eventually led to yet another point of Aragal holding court and is in the middle of holding a speech, sitting on another small kind of platform made out of crates and barrels with the Ravenloft insignia. But he's currently talking, so he hasn't finished his speech. But the Vistani, by this point, know what is coming, and you can see their eyes kind of trail from Aragal's face down to what he's sitting on from time to time. Knowing what is about to come. And, yeah.
Give money.
Are you sneaking with Illyria? Like behind her?
I'm tailing her. Yes.
Okay. Illyria is going to hang back and listen to the speech. And Aragal is talking a lot about a bright future for the Vistani, of prosperity, of riches unknown for, for now for the Vistani people. If the Vistani people, if Vistana would like to have a stone roof over their heads and trade the road for it, then why not? What they should do is to be free and to be themselves, their best selves, and to be as rich as possible and successful as possible. So anything is possible as long as they're friends with their prince and aid him, and everything will be just hunky-dory for the Bastani as a result.
As he is speaking, I would like to sneak around to the back of the, almost to the. If there is like a backstage, I would like to see what's going on over there. For my safety.
Yeah, he has basically overtook a circle of Bastani wagons. So he's kind of like sitting in the middle by the campfire, and then everybody like spreads out before him, like in a loose half circle. Some have like climbed up on the wagons, or sitting on the wheels or the ladders to them, and then in the wagons, kind of in the third of a space that is left behind him, like standing in between them and behind them, like loitering around, are like a loose number of like 10 or so gruff-looking Vistana. Some of them are like in the open, listening to what Aragorn is saying, being open and visible to the public. Some are like, you know what? Give me a perception intelligence here.
Sure. Perception intelligence, you say? Let me check.
Use that big brain.
I bought a tablet for my studies, and now I'm using it as like a character sheet, so it's really like immersive and shit. Yeah,
Look at you. Look at you shining.
it's really nice. Okay. Not a 7.
Okay. And there's some like of them that are like hiding, not hiding, but kind of standing around in behind the wagons or further away, and they're like looking out and around. Half being like vigilant of the surroundings, and like half just having a deaf ear to the speech, not being that interested, and just spending their time just waiting. And Radu is among them. There in the back.
What is the guy what I've seen in the camp? I've seen in like the shady place.
Yeah, some of the people that ferried or stood guard along the way or stood guard in the clearing are a part of the people here. So they seem to like switch roles to probably fight boredom. And it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Some people are already like begun drinking from secret pocket solutions for liquor.
Nice. Okay, I'm just going to hand back and watch for now.
Aragorn clocks Illyria across the way. And there are definitely some whispers of the Vistana crowd that is closest to Illyria. So kind of look over their shoulder, like, oh my god, it's her! She's right there!
Oh my god!
She's smaller than I thought. Comments like that. But Aragorn doesn't invoke Illyria's name at all. He just carries on with his whole spiel. Illyria gets more and more angry listening to it. The end comes, the same scene as before is played out. Coins is showered over the crowd, and then a select number of Vistana that seem to be pointed out by random, but is probably calculated by Aragorn, is given expensive gifts from the pile. And then he declares that he is going to have a large pre-debate speech, pre-funeral speech, at a specific location in the camp tonight, and even those who have already been and listened to him before and gotten coin can come back. And this time, his shower of gold coins will be even larger than before, and you would make a poor financial decision if you wouldn't come and watch the next speech tonight. And food and drink will be handed out, and he even says that for a select few, he has 2 casks of Champagne de l'Estampe.
Nice.
For those who are extra fervent or perhaps extra early. And you notice that the location of this speech is on the other side of the camp of where you're setting up the theater play. You know, people get excited. Woo! Wow! Yeah! Money! Drinks! And they start to loiter out. Brodu and the other people bring forward the wheelbarrows, and they start to load the used material up into those. And there are several people who comes up to talk to Arago, and he does a lot of like shaking hands and talking, still ignoring Illyria. It's like 30 minutes. You guys have to wait for him after the speech for him to finally, like, there's no one who wants his immediate attention. Everybody kind of leaves, getting ready for like dinner and resting, and then coming back later for the bigger kind of event for tonight. That's when Aragal turns to Illyria. And there's like a cool greeting between the two where Illyria goes, Aragal? And Aragal goes, Lady Illyria. And he kind of like walks up to stand a couple of meters away. He gives a bunch of pleasantries to her, saying it's so nice to see you again. You're looking radiant as usual. Missed you ever since the Valaki camp. I'm sorry how that happened, but we were glad to have you there. And Illyria's not really taking it, those things so well, and so her answers are pretty clipped and cool.
Okay. I'm just waiting for him to go somewhere. Like a good little creeper.
Yeah. Did you guys want Illyria to like ask anything here? Like actively, like to Aragal? Anything? Of like asking him to show, like, can we have a private conversation in your tent?
Yeah, sure, if you can lead him there, that would be good.
Yeah, I mean, the intended goal is to find out where his tent is, for Hamatia to potentially steal something personal of Aragal's and plant it. So if, I mean, Illyria would know that's the plan anyway, so if it's to, like, get him to go to his tent, that seems the most plausible way of achieving that.
Alright, yeah, Illyria is gonna go, like, listen, in the light of everything that has happened, I think I need to speak to you privately about this debate. Can we have a private conversation in your lodgings, basically?
Basically.
And Aragal takes a half step back, kind of twists his body to the side a little bit, and crosses his arms over his chest. And his answer is, I can sadly entertain what kind of things you would like to tell me, Lady Illyria, and I am not a fool. I do sense that for some reason, which I fail to understand, that you do not like me so much. Which It's a shame because I very, very much like you, Lady Lyria. You're a great friend to
Oh,
our people,
no.
after all, and a great friend to our prince. At this point, I must say I am a very busy man, and I'm sure there will be time after all of this has gone down and I've been elected leader of the Vistani, in an official capacity to meet, but at this point I will have to decline. Though I will tell you that for the ease of what I believe to be the best for the Vistani, I am willing to part with a considerable percentage of my personal collection as a token of my appreciation if you and Nyx would simply step aside and let the grown-ups handle this.
Oh, shit.
It must be hard for your pride to, well, throw in the towel so soon, but I hope it's a small balm to make this decision easier for you, because, well, it's going to be a valiant attempt, and I'm sure you're passionate, but it's not going to be match for my prowess, I'm sorry to say. And in this regard, I do have our mutual friend more squarely on my side of things. Illyria huffs, she puffs, and she coolly says, I see, that's how it is then. No thank you. I am quite well off by my own merit, thank you. Perhaps more so than you are. And we shall see what the Vistani people truly thinks tomorrow, shall we? I guess then we have nothing else to say to each other. I can't say it was a pleasure. Goodbye.
Oh,
Hamatia murmurs to herself like in her head for a sec.
Oh, I can see why you can't like me. Nyeh.
And Aragorn refers a little bit to his people. Stays a little bit longer. There's some more people that comes up to talk to him. 20 minutes or so later of impatiently waiting. How long does invisibility last?
an hour.
1 hour.
This is gonna be tight. You have
If I see that I can't make it in an hour, I will recast invisibility on myself.
okay. Because it's going to be like 5 minutes or so left of your invisibility when he finally begins walking away from the area.
Yeah, so I'm just going to go somewhere, cast invisibility again, and come back, pretty much.
Okay.
And I'm good with Vessel.
All right. Nice. Good. Thank you for the soul check. Okay. He starts heading out of the camp. Two Rosanna trails after him at a respectful distance, and he begins walking out of the Rosanna camp. He's not going to one of the central parts, but he's going further and further and further away, and soon you leave kind of the loose perimeter of the camp, and he goes kind of in the same direction into the forest as that pile, but not exactly.
Okay.
At this point, I need you to make me
A sneaking check.
dexterity stealth with advantage, since you're
Nice.
invisible.
By the way, do we get like an upgrade on our proficiency bonus at level 8?
No, it's 9. It turns into 3.
No.
Okay.
4.
But invisibility should impact passive perception as well.
Wait, so what is supposed to be my
Yeah, it's minus
proficiency?
5 to passive.
Hmm.
But I will
21. That's going to be a 21 for me.
Damn. I am for the Vistana that are working with him. I'm gonna use their passive, but Arrow is being a little bit paranoid, so he's gonna, as he's leaving the perimeter of the larger Vistana camp, he does look over his shoulder and into the forest a bit. It doesn't seem like he wants to be followed.
Ooh.
Nice.
Secret sneaky.
Gonna go sit dead on the motherfucker.
But no matter how paranoid he is in this moment, and even with his 2 guards, invisibility is certainly an edge enough for you to follow without being seen for now. It's also the light of day, which makes things a little bit easier, for sure. And kind of the same amount of time as you headed out for the 15 meters or so, which is walking straight out into the forest. Aragal does as well. So he located on the map. He's pretty close to the pile, but it's not exactly there. He kind of goes off in another angle. And there, in a smaller, random clearing in the middle of the forest, there's a single sturdy and pretty fancy looking tent. There are 2 tent flaps that are half closed when he walks through them. So there's only like a 10 centimeters or so kind of distance in between the 2 different flaps. So you can look in, and then the 2 Vistana kind of turn, and they both sit down on chairs outside of the entrance,
I see.
banging up pocket flasks again.
Can I look inside the tent, or?
You can walk up in between the 2 chairs and look through the gap in the tent cloth. Like that little gap, like just one eye up to it, and you can see in between. But you are going to be centimeters away from the 2 Vistana. They're sitting on chairs beside you. And it's silent here, and you're not walking, so
Yeah,
you're
it's going to be a
invisible.
bit risky.
It's going to
Yeah,
be
but
risky, is what I'm saying, because you're going to be
I'm-
so close to them for a long time, but
Yes.
maybe.
I think what Hamatia will do as of right now, she shall go sit at the bush and go lie down and just be on Overwatch until we leave, pretty much, because she didn't see any other guards or something.
You walked past 1 or 2 guards on your way here, but for now it only seems to be 2 people in Aragal here.
Right,
Maybe make a distraction or something to lure the guards away, and then...
I'm going to try and wait a little bit, but if I see that we don't move anymore, then I'll try and do something.
Oh, wait, we're not doing this correctly. So sorry.
Oh, we need to have super secret squirrel stealth
Yeah.
music.
Yes, indeed.
Snake!
Snake!
Okay. Now we're doing it correctly.
Solid steak.
Sure. I wouldn't recommend, since it's completely quiet in this meadow, except for the soft rustling of the creaking of the chairs when they change position and the cloth. So I wouldn't rustle in the bushes right now, but you could definitely take a few steps away and just sit down on the ground. That would probably be a smarter idea.
No, I'm going to wait for how much time do I have left?
For the second cast, you have 30 minutes.
I'm going to wait 13 minutes.
Specific amount of time. You can hear some rustling inside of the tent. You can hear a flask, like a cork, being plopped from some kind of bottle. It's pretty silent for a while. Maybe a errant chewing noise from time to time. And then in the last 3 minutes or so, you've heard soft voices coming from the tent.
Let's see, what are they saying?
I want to get the perspective
He's
here.
not
It's very
speaking
soft.
loudly. He seems to lower his voice, so even like the guards outside might not always overhear what he's saying.
Yes.
So you will have to get closer to hear specifics.
I see. I would like to get closer to his specifics.
Okay, make me another dexterity stealth with advantage.
Okay. 23 and a 10. 23, all in all.
23. Okay, nice. It does give you. We're going to do it depending upon how much time you spend here. We're going to continuously make these rolls because they're so close, like bumping
Yeah.
into you or just breathing too loudly or something like that. But for now, you manage to sneak up in between these two rough-looking Vistana, basically day-drinking, soft ale though, not the strongest stuff. They're quite professional, trying not to hear what Aragal is saying out of respect. So they start like having a soft conversation in between the two, which makes it even harder for you to hear like going on in the tent. So you sneak up like all the way up to the tent flap, kind of put your eye to the small gap in between the two cloths like hanging down as a door, and you look inside of the tent to see a very well appointed tent. There's certainly finery in here that is a little bit unusual for Vistana. He has been definitely enriching himself in this process. It seems very comfortable. Several like sitting locations. There's a small bookcase. There's chests on the ground filled with his belongings, and of course a very decadent looking like bed that is basically a mattress lying on a bunch of furs with a bunch of pillows and more furs on top. And then there is a desk area, which does seem to have some papers and some writing materials and stuff like that. And you can see Aragon.
There you go.
Kinda, he is undressed from into like a simple garb, but he has hanged like a silk robe over his shoulders.
Oh my god.
Looking very relaxed. There's like a wine goblet in front of him, a almost finished plate of food, and in his hand was sitting by the desk that is kind of adjacent to the opening, so he's looking towards his bed. There is a red glint of a something in his hand.
I see, and I can't hear what he's saying.
Yeah. Make me a quick perception intelligence. Because he's still like speaking pretty whispery
Yeah.
at this point, but the DV is pretty simple because you're way closer.
Yes, okay, let's go.
I believe in you.
I believe in me.
Yeah.
I don't believe in me.
It's hard. He's speaking very softly.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm not saying here it's impossible. So I'm now considering what words I want to give you, because some words you would be able to overhear, but you don't get the full context. You hear effort going well. Then when, then need. Stupendous. Gift. Tried. Flying.
I see. Okay, that's good enough.
And then lastly, forward. And then whatever he held in his hand that gives off this red glint, he puts into a box on, like a lacquered wooden box on his desk. And he kind of like sits back and swirls his glass a little bit and is thinking.
I see. Well, it's time for phase 2. Hamatia will sneak away. And it will get to a little bit of a bush, like let's say, how far do you think it is between the tent and like the nearest foliage?
This is a small clearing, so it is in diameter perhaps 10 meters. So,
so she's
5
going
meters
to-
to closest bush.
So she's going to go 20 meters into the forest, so it's like 30 minutes away from the party. She is going to take a tinder from her tinder box. She is going to light it, and she's going to set a bush of blaze, and then get to the other side of the clearing.
Nice. Yeah, it takes a while, of course. Wait a moment, it's been raining for 2 days in a row. Make me a survival cunning.
So, can I use a spell while I'm invisible?
No.
No.
Well, you can, but it'll break invisibility.
It will break me.
Yeah,
Even if it's like the druid craft.
yeah, it will break.
Okay.
Unless you have
Okay.
greater invisibility.
Okay, survival cunning, you say?
Yeah.
Okay, let's hope this works. 20.
Damn, nice. You
Yeah, she's a
have
smart girl.
backpacked enough in Barovia and in this wet environment that it can be sometimes to know the tricks of starting a fire despite the moisture everywhere. So it takes some effort, it takes some time, but you do manage to get it going, and it's a very black smoke that arises from it, and which is what you want it to be, right? Because of
Yes.
the moisture content in the kindling that you're using. Okay. It takes, of course, some time for this fire to take place. Again, it's hard, but 3 minutes or so afterwards, so you spend another 5 minutes of your time in total. One of the guards like stand up and points and makes this. He doesn't shout. It's just this low, commanding voice. Aragorn immediately like pops his head out of the tent flap. Just like stands in the entrance of his tent, and there's a conversation between the three, and then one of them goes into the forest, whilst the second one stands right in front of the entrance, and Aragorn goes in, and there's a lot of activity and sounds coming from him, like rustling of stuff.
I see. It will be a bit easier for me to sneak now that there's only like one dude, or is he standing like...
It it's going to be a feat of athletics dexterity, pretty high DV, to twist past this person.
Yeah, so
But
that's a
it's
no-go.
doable. Could
That's
be
a
doable,
no-go.
but risky.
Mm.
Because what you're noticing from their reactions is that they're not so amateurish. They seem, suspect, paranoid. They seem to know a little bit of what they're doing.
I see. How much time do I have left?
By this point, you said you waited 13 minutes, 15 minutes you have left.
15 minutes. I'm going to wait 5 minutes, see what we're doing.
Can you get around the back of the tent or something to like listen
is
in
there like a
closer?
back? Yeah. I'm going to go around the back of the tent, see if I can hear something, do something.
You can hear Argyle mutter underneath his breath. Shit. Why now? Who can it be? Luvash? No, he's not that smart. It has to be Nix and his companions. They would do something like this. Ugh, don't want to change location again. Like, fuck. Just gotta bring the most important stuff, right? And there's more rustling papers and things, and he walks out with a single like satchel over his back. He's changed. He's not really carrying much with him, but considering how well made that satchel is, it makes you suspicious. And he and Tuvistana goes running into the forest whilst
The moment we go running into the forest, I enter, if it's clear.
Yeah, and the second Vistana kinda moves out of the entrance of the tent, and that Vistana goes into the bushes and they hide in like the foliage just at the border of the meadow, and they observe the tent.
I see, so they are looking for me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm invisible, so I'm going to
True.
go in.
But the tent flaps are hanging there.
That's true enough. Well, it's time for all reliable. I sneak. No, but that would burn me. Does he know I have a muff? I don't think Igel knows I have a muff. You know what?
You only visited the funeral and met Argyle then
Yes.
for Anya and the rest. But I don't think you hid Soul during the funeral.
I think Soul usually hides unless they come out. They usually hide in my sleeve.
Did Hamatia like see where they're hiding?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, because it
So
was
you know the
pretty-
angle?
Yeah, I
in
know
which
the angle.
they are
Jump
looking.
is-
So then
Yes.
just go out the back and use your rapier to slice a hole in the tent and
Yeah, I
that
think
way.
I'm gonna do that. I think I'll find the dead spot and I'll just do a little bit of a slice over there.
Okay, make me another stealth. Dexterity. Is your rapier magical?
It is a dagger and it is magical. It's the zombie dagger.
Okay, then I will allow you to do it with advantage because there's like it's better at tearing through the leather, so it won't
Cool.
make as much noise.
21.
21. Okay, damn, like a thief in the night, skillfully, and with the dagger running through this it's pretty sturdy tent cloth, like butter. You make a small gash in the back.
Okay, I enter the tent.
There's a considerate less amount of furniture. Well, maybe not furniture, but belongings in here. Chests are open. Most of the books in the bookcase are gone.
Yes.
There's no papers and no boxes on the desk. And some of the nicer but smaller things in the room are gone.
Do I see anything that might be personal to Arigo?
Make me a perception intelligence.
Okay. Wait a moment.
Or this would be an investigation, because you're actively
Investigation?
searching. Yeah, this is an investigation. You're taking some time here to do this. Like I'm
Investigation what? Investigation cunning?
cunning. Yeah. Like taking a minute. Or
Oh
two
no,
to
that's a
search
nat
for-
1. No.
Oh no! Oh shit. No, he went through this place really well.
Okay, what
Like
do I... What?
there's like bed sheets left and like furniture and the glass of wine. There's like 10% left of it in the glass. His leftover food is still sitting on the desk. But his clothes, his personals, his papers, his books, all gone.
Anything at all, like something of value. Something...
I mean, most of the furniture in here is well crafted, and but they're heavy. His mattress is still on the ground with most of the pillows.
Yeah, but that's
and,
not something I can link to Arigo, so...
There's a lantern on the bedside table, some linens left behind, some food, some drink. Not as many bottles are left in a display case as they were. He took most of them, just like the cheap ones.
Is there like a champagne de la stomp there?
No, he took that with him if there was one.
Damn!
Yeah.
What drinks are there? That's not good. So they-
Lighter ales and a bottle of Red Crush.
Nothing, eh? Shit. I'm going to take the bottle of Red Crash and I'm going to sneak the way I came and I'm going to bolt out in not from the main path but into the forest a little bit so that I won't...
Because your invisibility dies pretty much a minute or two afterwards, you're into the forest.
Yes,
Good
I
job.
want to be into the forest away from the clearing. Damn. Yeah.
I mean, what you learned is that he's not playing around. This little stunt, even if it could have just been a random fire, they took it immediately as a threat. So
Well, I know I gathered some intel,
Yeah.
but I didn't really have anything that I wanted. It's okay, I can
Some,
still-
We
unfortunate
know.
rolls.
Well, we know his satchel is very important. Like, probably like a bag of holding or something situation. But
You know what? I
Um,
am going to do something. I'm going to go and speak to Saul.
So,
What?
you go ahead and you
General
hide.
Saul reporting for duty.
You go ahead and you hide in this pillow, okay? You wait there
Is it soft? Soft enough to be
Yes, yeah, just hide
Hello?
in the pillow.
for me? Okay, alright.
You wait there, and once night falls and he goes to sleep somewhere,
Yeah?
you tell them, and if you see a ring, anything small that you might be able to carry, you take it off in the middle of the night. And you come to me. You come back to camp.
They will
Okay.
never know what hit them.
Come back until the evening. I need you for the show as well.
I am the shadow. I am the night.
You can always do the show if I
I am the Mothman.
Okay, yes. I can do the show without you, but just you are my soul slipper agent, okay? The moment you see an opportunity, the moment you see that they are sleeping, that you have a ring, something small, something that might signify, that might link to Arigo, you bring it over to me. Do you understand?
Yes,
You are not-
my loyal underling, and I would do this only for you.
Thank you, my dear Murphy friend. You are not to be seen. This is a covert operation.
Oh no, they will never know what hit them.
Alright, go ahead and be in this nice little pillow.
Soul is gonna take a quick nap.
And I stuff him in the pillow.
Okay.
Sorry.
Moth in pillow. Okay, he's gonna be eating some of
Okay.
the proteins. Yeah, fibers.
He's
Yeah.
my slipper agent, and
Then I'm going to bolt him out.
I hate that. I love it.
Yes, someone's gonna feast on some good fibers tonight.
yeah.
Indeed.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Sleeper agent. So good.
You make your way in a roundabout fashion back to the camp. And Illyria is kind of like walking back and forth very worriedly, like around the campfire in the healer's tent, like there, seeming very worried.
Oh, hello.
Mattia, there you are.
Yes, yes,
What?
yes, here I am.
Sorry,
when you-
Valmatia.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm not Amartya. I'm Valmatia, the playwright from Beyond the Myths. Yes.
Yes, yes, of course. A new friend of mine. So?
We need to gather the party. I have some intel I would like to share with you all.
Okay, they've gone to set up the stage prematurely and like help Jibkos. I mean, I wish that Nix gave me some pointers, but I guess Jibkos needs it more than I do.
Yeah,
I'll do fine. I'll do fine. I'm gonna be great.
I'm not going to play.
I hope not. Can I just
No,
be like in the background and like move things about?
Dawn, the bed, will be the actor. It's going to be an animal play. It's going to be so good. You're going to see.
Okay, good. And it makes me so much happier, actually. Okay, let's go and get it. Okay, so you meet up, all of you, in front of the sturdy but simplistic looking stage. There's an awesome costume ready for Jibkos to use. And Arius is still gone campaigning for Nyx into the last couple of minutes. What do you say? What do you do?
Okay, hi everyone. It's me, Valmatia, the playwright from Beyond the Myths, and I have a very, very nice tale to tell you all. If you will all gather around and be a little bit, well, let's say, finesse, a little bit fun, a little bit dexterous. Come. Okay, so do you hear? I have paid a visit to Aragorn's little tent. Well, I say little, but it's very much a extravagant little tent. Unfortunately, I tried to cause a distraction in order for them to leave the tent, but they acted very military-like. We're well trained. They suspect us for being the perpetrators of this attack, and they
Wait,
made notes
you
of-
attacked them?
I did not attack anyone. I just made a little fire near the camp, but it wasn't anything substantial. I just tried to get them out of the tent, but unfortunately,
Okay.
they were well coordinated and did not act the way I expected them to. Argo was speaking to a red orb.
Something red glinting in his hand.
Yeah, some sort of red glint in his hand. He was speaking to it like perhaps it's a sending stone of some sort. Do you know of anything familiar?
Yes, Illyria's necklace, I believe. When she spoke into it, it glowed.
So that probably might be the same thing, if this is the case.
Helga's necklace that she used to navigate around Castle Ravenloft when she showed you around.
It's a common theme with Strahd.
Strahd von Zarovich, yes. So he's in
Things
direct.
kind of glow red.
So he might be in direct combat with the vampire lord, or he may be in contact with some underling like Rahadin or something. Either way, they are in cahoots. This is not a way of appeasement, this is a planned plan. And I think he's being very overly suspicious for someone who just hands out gold. He's up to something not good at all. He's up to something extremely shady, and
I believe we need to bring it to light in some way. This is beyond campaign propaganda, this sort of armed, deadly force they're willing to employ with.
Did you find anything that we could use?
Unfortunately,
To do
no.
that?
Once I caused the distraction and they noticed it, they packed up everything really well. I have Thor on the scene right now. He is in hiding, and he is instructed to bring anything that might link Arigal to this, but he's small enough for him to carry. But for now, we have to be patient. This
Ooh.
is a long
One
game.
final detail that I forgot: when Aragorn went running into the forest with the Vistana guard, they both turned invisible as they went.
And they both turned invisible once they ran into the forest as a reaction to the smoke that I made. So, very,
Well,
very...
Yeah, that's just something higher level Vastani can do. But the good news is that they use that now. They will not have the ability to turn invisible later on today, which is a good thing. So that's a positive bonus.
Yes, just so you know, Arigal is suspecting us, and he might make a move against us if he believes that we are acting against him directly.
There's no evidence that it was us, right? You
There
didn't
is
leave
no-
any evidence.
Unless you find Soul, but then again, I don't think anyone knows Soul here, so that's not a direct link.
How would he even act against us?
Well, he has goons, and these goons have weapons, so a nightly attack might not be below his pay grade.
In the middle of the camp? I do not think he would be stupid enough to risk that.
I think he's planning something big, something very, very shady.
If he is with Strad, he must be.
The fact that Vistani can go invisible is a concern, especially during the night. So just because we are in the camp does not necessarily mean an assassination is out of the question if Aragorn truly feels that I am that much of a threat. I mean, he should, but still.
If we do wish for the next day, I may swap who I am tracking to him.
I think it's now or never, really. I don't think tomorrow is anything of consequence. If tomorrow is the day of debates, we have to do anything we can now, today.
Then I may not.
I see.
Okay.
Okay, I believe we should probably project business as usual. We have a lovely little play. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And if ever someone, challenges you all, burly people, I'm sure you can take care of it, right?
Sure.
Lovely, lovely. But that's all I have to say. I'm going to prepare for the play now. I have some things I need to do. And, Valmart here probably want to go and do some final preparations. Specifically, there are some things that I wish to acquire.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I need some wigs, some fireworks,
Oh,
some empty barrels,
okay.
fake blood, so about like tomato juice or like a red
Wine.
velvet or
Red
something.
crush wine.
And if I can find some like stage lights, that would be great.
First, invent
If I could
electricity.
find like not really a spotlight, but just like
Torches.
But
Now usually ball
there-
lanterns.
Yeah, there are some indeed hooded lanterns and stuff like that that definitely plays with light. That kind of technology that Divisani has maybe not invented, but definitely use.
Yes, so I would like to acquire all of these. I guess that wigs I can just take from Nix's disguise kit.
I mean, He has a couple. I wouldn't say he has like a bunch, but I mean,
Yeah, I need like 6 wigs.
can we shave Jivcots?
You do not want that. I do not think you want that hair.
Like 6 wigs. Yeah.
I do believe that you can find all of these things, but you cannot be too picky about the quality.
I don't care about quality. I just need them.
Exactly, because you won't have the time to pick up all of these things if you did. Okay. Oh god, wigs, expensive. Fireworks, super expensive. Barrels, pretty cheap. That was all, right?
Yes, and fake blood.
And fake blood.
is like
Okay.
20
Rush, rather. Okay, so is it a lot of fireworks?
No, it's just like enough for
Like a
a
couple?
climactic, like a
Ending?
climax. Yes, yes.
Okay.
Get some sprinklers, maybe.
I mean, let's just use like prestidigitation.
I mean, that
For
could also
sparks?
work. I would
Or
say
the-
the fireworks for like it's 50 gold to like shoot up off maybe 3 for the ending.
Okay, maybe the fireworks are a bit much. Never mind.
Okay.
We can do sparks a little bit, but
I can do other things. I can
Okay.
probably do fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
So wigs. How many wigs did you want?
Like 6 wigs.
Oh, damn. Okay. So 12 gold coin for the wigs.
Okay, that's fine.
The drinks, like a lot of fake blood,
No, like
like 2 bottles,
Yeah, 2 bottles.
1 gold.
Okay.
And then the barrels, like several. How many? 1, 2,
Like 4 barrels.
4 barrels.
we could probably find spare barrels around the camp.
Yeah.
That is true.
So we-
that you can
we
probably
need them for-
get. So yeah. So 14 gold coins, and you can find the barrels.
Okay, that's good. I'm also going to let everyone know what the role is.
Okay.
So, Hamatia is the narrator, and she also has other roles, including Nyx.
Oh.
No, fuck. Soul was supposed to be Nyx. I need someone else as Nyx. Nyx, can you play Nyx?
I will do my best.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Dawn, the bird, will be Illyria. Dusk will star
Caucasus.
several monsters and as Madame Eva. So will Jivkos, you are going to play yourself, Asphoda, other like big dudes, and Winter Splinter.
Winter Splinter.
Okay.
And
You
yeah,
doesn't know what the
that's
fuck that
all
is.
cool.
But I assume you'll give him a rundown of what that is.
Yeah. I'm okay with gives you all around what's supposed to happen.
Okay. So
But I don't want to
Jivkos,
spoil it to you, the players.
the people of the forest.
Oh
From
god.
what you remember them to be, like the thorn in the side, and like the respect that
But also the legitimate
Argenvost
people who
had.
live there.
Yeah, they for some reason wanted to become favored by Strahd and used some kind of weird magical stone that the group now have in their possession to animate a big ass tree that sucked blood out of people.
Oh god, that's horrible. He's gonna be fucking horrified at that.
What the fuck happened to the people of the forest?
Yeah, like what the fuck? They used to be so much more anti-Strad. What the fuck?
Okay, so I don't want to spoil it to all of you guys, but it's going to be good shit.
Okay.
Okay.
Can it be done in 30 minutes or so before you have to go to bed?
The play?
Yeah?
Yes. It's not. It's like a summary of the play. I'm not going to do
Alright.
the whole fucking play.
Okay, good. Alright, then
And
we
if
will-
you
I don't
want
wanna-
to enter in to like stick in, that's going to be good.
Okay. Let's do Arius. Arius roll to help gather some votes.
Oh, and I need like a 1 wooden beam, and that's it.
That'll be easy to find.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, that's no problem. Let's see. Persuasion, 1 or +2. Empathy, +3 if you want to manipulate. Okay. That's kind of it. Oh, but he has a +1 from the Stone of Good Luck. I forgot about that. Yeah, let's do some empathy manipulation. Like, are you okay with what is happening right now with like the Barovians and everything? Like, isn't this a bitch much? Maybe we should stop kidnapping people. Maybe. Like, I'm an outsider and I don't know, but kidnapping people is wrong. Okay. Alright, so it's gonna be a 1d20 +4, and that's it. Serious goes up, I'm so nervous.
Oh. Goat.
Here's the goat.
Jesus, I could have got so bad. Ooh, as Arius comes back, like a sheen of sweat on his forehead, and he just gives you a thumbs up. I think I did good. Ooh, I spoke from my heart about, what the Vistani have been doing, and I think how you can lead them in a better direction, and I think it hit home with some of them. Yeah, who would have thunk that kidnapping is bad?
Shocker.
Apparently the Vistani didn't really care, but when I talked about like how the victims feel and stuff, I did gather some sympathy. Jesus Christ. That is actually amazing. Okay. But he also talks about how Aragel's stunt, this afternoon stunt, was really effective, and Aragel right now is really well talked about, and people like flaunting various Yuri. The elders push off basically sabotaging Nyx through a bunch of stories that are embarrassing seems to by now being falling on deaf ears as a thing of like we already know that. Can you tell us something new? Like, you just speak bad of
So
Nyx, but
childish.
why should we vote for you? So that hasn't really moved anything, and so the elders haven't gained. They've just lost in the second bout. But Luvash had a show of what his drilling and his training up at his camp has gained for fruit, and how capable his basically soldier-esque soldiers are, followers are, and that was impressive, that military show of might. And so Luvash, who has not been going that well for him, actually got like a burst of support from that windfall. Okay. You take a quick break for dinner before the performance is about to take place.
Oh no.
Anything, last things you want to do or say to each other?
This is going to be quite the show, I believe.
One can hope. Look, guys, there's no pressure on this, right? We're trying to do our best to show the Vistani people that there is another alternative if they can just let go of how things have gone for centuries. And that's a big deal to ask, especially of you guys. So if it doesn't go well, if it doesn't happen for us, look, it's okay. So let's just try and have fun, okay? And try and enjoy what we are doing. knowing that we are doing things for the greater good. Okay? No big deal.
Yes. This is going to be tons of fun. You're going to have an absolute blast. And wind blast almost. Not really, but okay. I may have gone a little bit more dramatic than I first would have liked to, but I believe that we may manage to provide some good subtext for your change as you, Nix, and I really hope that I get that message across, because if not, then I failed miserably and I just wasted all of your time. That's not... I'm fine.
Nix gives a slightly uncomfortable but reassuring smile.
Yes, this is going to be great. We're doing things greatly. Yes, of course. Okay.
Illyria squeezes your hand and Iris
Nix,
gives a thumbs up.
You've seen the script, right? So, you know there are going to be some emotionally charged moments for you. I wanted Soul to play you because I thought it might be a little bit too much, but unfortunately Soul is doing other things right now. So you're my second best actor.
Okay. I haven't seen the script, but
Yeah, out of like character, the script. You and Hamatia's really fun night. If you remember.
all right. Right.
And other like tense moments. So just so you know.
Okay, so the script is basically his life.
Yeah, it's like a Nick's origin story.
Cool.
Damn. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Arius pats you on the back. You shows her support. You have food. Tension and nerves are in the air. People are starting to gather. And you make your way to the stage you built, eh?
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, this is going to be so much fun.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. So let's switch it up to a larger crowd there. Just for some... Okay. The crowd is awaiting your performance. There is a good, perhaps 250 or so. Gathered.
Oh shit. Okay, I need
Which
to
is-
the old man. Be right back.
Which is okay. Which is about a fourth, a little bit more than a fourth of what is gathered here. Of
quarter.
course, yeah. Eligible votes are about 750. The rest are like children who are not old enough to have a vote. And in the crowd right now, there are some children as well, of course.
What is Danny voting age?
So 250 in total, I think is pretty young. I think I said it in my head like 15, 16, around there. But yeah, there's about 200 eligible voters in the crowd, and the 50 are children. Oh god. I'm sitting back to enjoy this. For once,
I have
don't
no
need
idea
to.
what's gonna happen. So.
I'm just waiting to see what happens here.
It's Chipcos in a wig. Love it.
Just cause in a wig and a dress. A bit of drag.
Hasn't hurt anybody.
Never. Well, apparently it does to some fucking people.
Yeah, people who have sticks up their asses.
Yeah.
Elders?
Basically. Though
Oh,
Jivkos is
yeah.
older than all of them, and he doesn't ever stick up his ass.
Okay, the suspense is rather to kill, like beginning to kill me here. Just witchy laughter in the background.
I'm back.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Okay,
All
let's do
right.
this.
The stage is yours.
Okay, so I'm standing and Veronica says, "Hello, everyone. Welcome to a unique sort of theater. Not because the story is unique or the actors are unique. Well, the actors are unique. We are going to perform a stage play describing Nick's misadventures after the whole, let's call it, what's his face? The guy that, the witch hunter that killed everyone.
Van Richten?
Richten?
Van Richten. Yes, after this whole Van Richten debacle, Nix has had several misadventures, and we wish to portray them here. So I, Valmatia, will play several characters. I will be the narrator. I will be Hamatia and others. And for the role of Nix will portray himself. Our main attraction, Jivkos, the undead Minotaur, will play several characters as well and perform tons of amazing athletic skills. And for other players in this game, I bring to you two great actors from beyond the mist. You can say that they have taken flight to reach here. I present to you Dusk and Dawn. And Valmatia will use summon animal. She will
Conjure
use
beasts?
conjure animals and bring to life Dusk and Dawn. And she will
Damn.
burst out flying from like the backstage. And do like spins in the air. Okay. So now the tale begins. The lights shut off. And we start. Okay, here we go. Nyx gazes at the burned stake which held Kelbin's charred remains. Nyx, you have like this really solemn soliloquy, lamenting Kelbin's demise, that slowly becomes from this moment of grief to more of an anger, and then a rage, and then this hatred, this burning hatred, this wish, this thirst for vengeance. Whilst you have this soliloquy, Lady Illyria Furmore, portrayed by Dawn, with a ginger wig, will... will enter the stage. Now, whilst the animals are speaking, what's really happening is they flap the beaks, and Hamatia will actually use her vocal skills to enact the voices. So you see Dawn's wings flapping whilst it's actually Hamatia speaking in Lyria's voice. And she is counseling you with some pretty words about hopes and lady saints, and well, there is like this spark there, but it's not really there yet. And you both know that you love each other, but you don't know it yet, and it is also a forbidden love. So it's really like a will they, won't they sort of thing. And then we go to the next day. The next day, the party meets Hamatia, portrays herself, and she has almost this kind of like really villainous sort of thing, where she goes, she mocks the crowd, like she is trying to draw some heat to herself, and you have like this really intense exchange, and eventually we made the same bargain that we actually made, but it's like a bit of a more of I'll kill you, no, I'll kill you first, but we're like alliance by convenience, not by being like a very much a hateful duo. After this, a montage of several adventures is shown. We go a little bit into Argynvostholt. We go a little bit and like kill some bandits, some really nice things. And whilst all of this is happening,
Nix, you are always like being portrayed as a bit of a reluctant, a little bit of an aloof sort of leader, but you always, once the party, which consists of like birds portraying several members, Jivkos, you have like this white wig to portray Asphoda on your eyebrows, so you have like silver eyebrows.
She has her eyebrows.
Oh my god.
But whenever we get into trouble, it always seems that Nix has like this fucking crazy idea that doesn't seem like it will work off, and in the end it somehow works out. Towards the end of the first act, the party arrives in the Abbey. We have the I am your father twist. And then we have this whole like
No!
yes.
You were supposed to bring balance.
We
Missed.
we have this like fight, this whole like fight. Hamatia is going to play the sex golem as well. And
You're showing that? Okay.
yeah, and
This
the
is a family-friendly
ends after the fight with Nick standing over his father's corpse, gazing into the crowd with fiery eyes masked with a halo of holy light. End of Act 1. Act 2. Act 2 starts with Nick staring at the corpse once again, right where we were, and once again Elia comes to console him, and they begin to have like this really deep conversation about the heritage and the responsibility that heritage brings. And Nix begins to sort of think about, like, reflect upon his own responsibility and heritage and what it means to be half Vistani, half whatever the fuck that was. In the end, you almost kiss. But just as you're about to, Fad the Chad comes and ruins your kiss. Because he was there. And
Oh,
not
yeah.
because you're Fad. You have red eyebrows. Okay. The second act is mostly more of an action spectacle-oriented act that deals with Winter Splinter, portrayed by Jivkos being an absolute beast. So what you're doing, Jivkos, is Winter Splinter, and you're like throwing the barrels down, and we like splash blood, and then you like lick the blood or something.
Two branches in your hand, like waving them around.
Yeah, and you're just like tossing the barrels around. Dusk and Dawn are doing some aerial fight choreography in like cohesion, in parallel to like the main fight going on. And once again, we get like into a really tough situation. And Nix, you have this idea to maybe splint the winter and not attack the bark itself,
Jesus Christ.
but go to the
didn't
branches and after hard fought, we cut the branches a little bit with like shears or something, a little bit and a little bit and a little bit, and in the end, we kill Winter Splinter. And people look up to you. It's like, oh, yay, Nick, you're such a good leader, but not really in that way. In breaks between the action, between this, we see a little bit of like an advancement of Nick's relationships with Hamatia. Bit by bit, you begin to being frenemies. After Winter Splinter's defeat, Nix and Hamatia's very eventful night unfold. Dusk will come from the moonlight and will portray Madame Eva. It descends, and once it descends, Hamatia will use minor illusion to project the Tarot cards, and it will give you the Tarot cards like this. So it's almost this biblical sort of image, but Madame Eva comes from the moon to give you the Tarot cards. The act ends in the same manner that it actually ended, Nix forgiving Hamatia, and both of them forgiving themselves. Which gets us to Act number 3. Act number 3 deals with the final confrontation with Mother Dearest herself, the Night Apostle Morgantha. The first half of the act deals with Elias and Nick's brewing romance. It actually has a little bit of filler, so Strad actually has, being portrayed by Hamatia, has some like evil plots to try and circumvent it. So he gives like love potions to Elia that she might roof her to loving him. And he tries to be nixed for a moment. All this bullshit, but eventually doesn't work. And the night before the final climactic battle, you share a heartfelt kiss with Don Illyria.
Did you? Just a little peckle area.
Get a few
Okay.
feathers in your mouth.
During the raid of Skull. Now we begin the raid of Squall Manor, okay? Nyx, instead of like tumbling down and, setting up every trap that we ever had there, with Nyx's leadership, we're able to avoid several traps. You beat Bella at a game of deadly chess. You are tweet Ophalia into an early grave. But during the fight with Ophalia, Hamatia is wounded and silent. She goes off the stage. And now we go to the final battle with Morgantha, played by Hamatia. The battle seems hopeless at first, and a moment comes where an eldritch blast that Hamatia utters from the stage strikes Leia, and she begins to cough off blood with the fake blood, and seemingly dying. Nyx, you go ape shit. You do like the glowing red eyes shit, and you manage to beat Morgantha almost to a pulp. But before you manage to learn the final blow, Leia dashes forwards and strikes the final blow. Nyx, you seem enraged at first, but you calm down. You stare at Morgantha's corpse once again. The very same like sort of positioning where the acts began, where you stare at dead things, and you calm yourself, and you understand that you can't run from who you are or your responsibilities or let vengeance consume you. It's another soliloquy, and you basically lay out your vision as a sort of person that wishes to construct a new future for not only himself but to all of Barovia. You turn to Leia and the party, finally ending the play but looking at the living instead of looking at the dead. Lights out.
Well done. Oh my god.
Well, did you have kiss a bird on your bucket list, Nyx? On a stage, passionately,
In front of
I've done
250
spiders apparently.
people?
So I
Okay.
think I was playing into the role of you can take a joke and
Yeah,
not too
it's
serious
supposed to
about
be.
himself.
It isn't supposed to be wholly serious. Like
Yeah. I see that. It's good. I had fun. The Illyria bird was amazing to me in my head.
It's very funny.
Okay. So Jivkos and Nyx joined in on the show. So start with you, Jivkos. Empathy, manipulation with advantage. Advantage because of Nyx's help.
Yes, thank God. I really...
And your awesome costume.
Yeah. Empathy, manipulation, advantage. All right.
let's go.
12.
That's good. That's good.
12.
good for him.
Okay.
That was good for him.
Nothing negative added, but no positives added. You could have lived yourself into these villains and asked for that a little bit more, but it
But what
wasn't.
about like the barrel throwing, the spectacle, the pizzazz?
Yeah, but we're not there yet, Cookie. Calm the fuck down.
Okay.
On the tip, man.
I'm standing up right now. You can't see me, but I'm standing up.
No. Okay, Nyx, to you, empathy manipulation for unless you have like acting. You
I
do have
have a
storytelling.
background. Yeah, storytelling and a background entertainer.
Yeah. Let's do
So,
academics
I have been-
manipulation. So you're tier 4 with manipulation. Double
Okay.
proficiency plus manipulation mod.
I got it.
Okay, I got you.
I got it. Uh, 17.
Okay. You were sometimes confused
I
as
was
the
a little
plot was
confused.
going.
That is true. Very true. What? Illyria, I love how feathery you are. Furthermore. You're so feathermore.
More feathers.
Oh, God.
Not my best performance. I was confused by the direction.
Sorry, that was a great pun. Yeah, indeed. So for you, that wasn't great, but for anybody watching, like, you've done this before. So, a small bonus. Okay, Cookie. Empathy manipulation from you with advantage because of this, all of this prep and the story that you weaved.
Okay, empathy manipulation. Empathy is a skill?
Yes?
Yes. Okay.
Trying to sway the crowd to be emotionally vulnerable with you.
22.
22. Okay. And then +1 from the big crowd. From yesterday. And there was also Nyx doing big crowd work as well, so there's also a +1. And then a +1 for the panache and all the things. So that's +6 in total. So, Hamadia, give me... Most of this was truth, right?
Yeah.
You chose to omit some things or twist the truth, but most of it was truthful.
I made some things up, especially the Strahd being jealous. Strahd was being jealous with the whole love potion subplot.
True.
And
So,
I
I
kind
mean,
of messed up with the chronologic of things, so to make it more thematic, stagically appealing. So.
Creative license, I would
Yes,
say.
creative. I took some
You-
creative license.
Hamartia,
Yes.
do you believe that Nyx is the person you've hyped up him to be in this play?
Yes.
All right, persuasion. Persuasion, manipulation, normal roll for you, plus an additional 6.
It is 23.
Nice. Okay, then the reaction is for sure this. Wow! Wow! Strange birds! Wow! Papa like it! The Visani is a little bit confused at certain points in the story as to did really things all of this happen, but they're enraptured by, like, even if they don't wholesale buy into everything, they enjoy the story for what it is. And as Nyx have said, like, the truth doesn't really truly matter. It's indeed more about the story, indeed. Actually, at the point, what is a big kind of scandal is when Nyx is starting to make moves on Lyria. In the beginning, the crowd doesn't really know what to think or feel about this, and there's like a lot of shock in the beginning. But in the end, it is instead like twisted to, wait, this is a love triangle. And that's pretty hot, actually.
That's really hot to the Visani.
And
So
it
I'll be in my
really-
bunk.
And it really like shows how hot Illyria is for these two great like people to like be after her. And it shows perhaps that Nyx is a great person to be able to compete with Strahd. Indeed. Okay, so a 203 was the complete tally there. What do you do immediately after this? After all of the applause, and you have to come out on the stage again and like bow and then go out and come back, and then finally the crowd has like calmed down. There's some people who would try to stick around to talk and congratulate you guys in person, but you can also try to sneak away.
Valmatia will try to stay because she's the playwright, so it's only natural that she stays and does like a little panel.
Yeah. The Q&A afterwards.
Yes.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. A lot of people are starting to wonder who you are. Like, who is this random ass Vistani that nobody knows?
I am Valmatia, playwright from beyond the mist.
Okay. I guess you go drinking after this together or something?
I think at some point, like at the end of it, like it has to have a message that it shows that Nyx is here now and that he's involved in the political campaigning, so that he will leave a message at the very end, say like, yes, this is all true. This is what I have done. Some of it has been good, and some of it has been bad, just like any other Vistani here. And it's all been under the premise of like keeping his word, and that keeping his promise to Illyria, and he will keep that promise to the Vistani people if you choose to vote for him tomorrow.
There are some people sharing. Like, let's see. For sure, most of the people here seems to be chanting your name.
Nice. A lot of people.
Yay!
Next. Yeah. For sure. You certainly, after all of this and like standing up to Strahd, you're starting to get a bit of a rock star kind of reputation. You know? That you're anti-establishment, star quality, brave, sexy. Yeah. Okay. Heck yeah. And it's a blast of an evening. Like, after all of this praise, you go down into the crowd and people are coming up wanting to shake your hands. It's a weird, strange feeling in your stomach, but it also feels very good. That, like, people want to be close to you, people want to talk to you, you're getting pretty famous. And also, Valmardia is getting some of this attention as well. But of course, not as much. Illyria tries to be as much as possible in the background, but she gets some questions here and there. Jivkos have gotten a small fan club that are very
It's a cult following.
Yeah, basically a cult following of his undead, state, and finds that so fucking rad. And they're like following you around.
Oh God.
Yeah, for sure. Irius is the one that is mostly ignored, and he's very thankful for that. Okay. But eventually you're like whisked away to one of the bigger campfires for after party. It gets pretty rowdy. It's a lot of alcohol being thrown your way. You get offered a lot of drugs and expensive drinks. There are people of both genders trying to flirt with you.
I'd be a good boy tonight.
Okay.
He will imbibe a little bit, but with his Vistani blood, he can resist. a fair bit of alcohol. He's in moderation. He shows that he's still part of it, but he has to be wary of the fact that this night he could be assassinated.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that whole thing.
Yeah. In fact, do I want to do this or? Yeah. At some point, you really have to pee, and you stumble a little bit into the bushes, seeking privacy. And it is kind of the area in between the wagons where there's some grazing ground where the horses are usually stashed for their well-being and like grazing and food, and to be away from the more rowdy areas of the Vistani to keep them calm. And stepping out and past a flank of a horse, you see Radu's face. And a third eye opens on his forehead, shining a bright red. And he points his fingers to you. One single finger, shaking. His forehead creases in effort, and he says, "Let your silver tongue rust and rot." And I need you to make me a presence manipulation saving throw, please.
Who is it?
Radu.
The motherfucker. Come on, Nix. Come on, Nix.
God.
Come on.
21.
Fuck you, greedy man.
You feel the taste of metal on your tongue as your throat constricts and your tongue twists in your mouth without your permission. But the venom within your Vistani blood courses strong through your veins, despite your father's heritage. And you refuse to let this curse set root within your most treasured limb. And Rado curses underneath his breath, and he turns invisible, and he runs away. If you don't do anything immediately.
I can do something immediately.
Oh.
Oh shit.
As I feel like this isn't taking effect.
Mm-hmm.
And I see Radu.
What? Okay, jeez, uh-huh.
The soul mark kind of like how am I gonna put this? Nix's third eye also opens in retaliation, but his soul mark also bursts in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
And the eye and the soul mark mix as a he does this with
I think Soul Mastery. Yeah, Soul Mastery.
It mixes into this like mixed halo as it glows softly as he uses his sublime splendor skill.
Okay.
And he uses meta magic to heighten the command spell to say, "Come to me." As he reaches out, that he will cast command on Radu as his like halo burns, and the third eye sort of glistens with, I guess, like a merge of gold and red And
Okay.
he will like beckon him with one sort of finger as he turns into this form of transcendent beauty.
Fuck. Yeah, and you've had a short rest, so you got him back in your lower spell slots. Fuck. Okay.
This
yeah.
is not a spell slot required. This is soul
Oh.
mastery.
Gosh darn. Okay. Okay. I guess that is a soul saving throw.
Command is a spell you hate.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I do.
You hate it so much. I love it.
It's so funny.
Fucking hate it, but it's okay. Mm-hmm.
Command is a resolve save. Yes, it is.
With disadvantage, because
With disadvantage. Yeah.
Do it.
Because of the heightened.
Meta magic.
Do it.
Do it.
That's a 13. Critical 20 and a 13.
Now you've fallen into my trap.
Okay. Let's see. Approach. Yeah. He still turns invisible, but he approaches for sure on his turn. But with that, that is going to be the end of tonight's episode of Curse of Mythology. Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh my god, that is